Welcome. It is another wonderful afternoon here at Welcome to the Party, and today we bring you our Broken Throne campaign, where a band of adventurers finds themselves deep within the city of Brass, looking for the soul of one of their fallen compatriots. So it should be a fun day as they continue their investigations through this city of lawful evil slavers and fire elementals and Djinis and Afridi and all sorts of crazy stuff. And yeah, it's terrible. It's horrible and awesome all at the same time. It's everything you love about a D&D, and that's why we're here. So, with that, let's just go around and say hi to people who are here. Zed is on the pooper. Fen is out today because he does the theater thing and got called into the theater stuff. But we will have a crew of 4 once Zed's being done on the pooper. And let's start with Mr. Spagayota. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I am a giant barbarian and I hit people in the face with my axe. That's what I do. I'm also into ale, long walks on the beach. Yep. Sounds good.
All of that is true. I've seen it happen.
Yes.
Mr. Amok.
Hello.
Our ghost. He's our ghost, and then what are you playing?
I'm playing a Leaf, a wizard of the human variety.
Good old, normal, happy, wizard. Well, not happy, but yeah. And you can't find him anywhere. He hides from all things. He's our ghost. He is Deus Amok Machina. Ah, see what I did? Yeah, okay. And then Portia.
Hi, I'm Portia. I am playing Etza, who is a Yuan-Ti that the party ran into in the city when they looked especially lost and confused.
Yes, that is true. They were lost and confused.
Yes.
Okay.
More than usual.
So, let's just hop right back in the game. When we last left our intrepid adventurers, they had just spoken with the leader of a underground fighting ring and other sorts of black market goodness named Fahima. She was a contact of Etza's. Etza is the new party member who is a Yuan-Ti monk, and she is perfectly happy to tell them where she believes Barrick, their fallen party member's soul, resides, if they do a little side work for her first. She asked them to take out an infernal named Barbatos. He runs an import-export business, and they also pointed out where he lives. Barbatos owes Fahima a ton of money and is literally, she believes at this point, never going to pay him back. She has asked multiple times with increasing levels of severity, and it is now time for the final level of severity, brought to you by our intrepid party members. The problem is he does have some bodyguards, including some horse-headed guy named Cyanopus and some Afridi bodyguards. And on top of just taking him out, the Fahima, the Azar, also asked to get into the manor that Barbatos owns and steal his ledgers and, if possible, the barding for the horse, a magical horse apparently, that Barbatos owns. It is now just after that conversation, and the party finds himself still in the same pit, having been dismissed by Fahima. And with that, we turn it over to the team, who are in a crowded pit where there is currently a fight going on between what looks to be a young black dragon and 2 dwarves trying to form a shield wall, and there's all this screaming and shouting around the pit, and folks are throwing stuff down there, and the 2 dwarves look like they're keeping their own, but the dragon is kind of able to fly, although something in the pit itself stops the dragon from being able to actually fly out of it. And so it's this real kind of back and forth tough versus agile thing going on in the pit, and this is where you find yourselves right now.
Oh man, I wanted to fight. Fran looks a little dismayed.
Well, didn't she say that she was definitely going to have you fight when we come back? So
that's
to look
right.
forward to.
Yeah, let's do that. Yay! All right, let's go find this guy and chop his head off.
Yeah, and get the thing for the horse, and if we can, the ledger book.
Ledger.
Yeah.
Yep.
That seems like our only way forward. I do know where his house is. If that helps. Like,
Yeah, we can go
I know
scout
the
it out.
area. Yeah.
Let's case the joint.
Okay, for sure. You guys are currently in the area of the city market itself. Excuse me. Something got in the mouth there.
Yeah, that's what she said.
And where do we need to go again?
He lives up by the Phoenix Gate, which is up there on your map.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's actually not too bad.
No. You know how to get your way over there. It's going to take you a couple of hours, just based on the distance and the kind of weaving you have to go through. And you see more of this incredibly immense city as you guys move through the area. As I have described before, there are the clouds of burning sulfur in the sky. At least in the city itself, it's relatively cool, between 100 and 110 degrees, compared to what you were suffering outside the walls themselves. And the markets, the small markets you go through as you weave your way through town, and the streets themselves are just packed with a menagerie of different sorts of creatures and beings, and it has a feeling of being incredibly alien from where you were, in the Sword Coast. This is a place where beings from across the plains come to do business, to live, to go about their relatively lawful but also evil lives. You do pass a couple of slave markets as you go by as well, but you find yourselves, after about an hour of weaving, in the area of the Phoenix Gate. The Phoenix Gate is right by where the new palace of the new vizier of the town of the city lives. There was a former vizier. He lived in another place. Etsa, you've been here long enough to know that up until about 100 years ago, the city of Brass used to be a theocracy, and the Afridi who ran the place at the time were pretty hardcore religious fundamentalists. And so when the new vizier took over about 75 years ago, after a pretty bloody coup and civil war, they built a new palace called the Charcoal Palace on top of the highest hill, raising hundreds and hundreds of homes in doing so. But the area right outside the southern gate, called the Phoenix Gate, is where many of the richest folk who live within the Brass city, the city of Brass, reside. One of the things you guys notice as you start moving through here is the kind of higher level of Afridi and Azur patrols. You see the slaves here are very well kept. Whatever their race may be, they're dressed much more finely than you're used to from where you came in, or even within the city market. This is an area of power, class, and wealth. Many of the buildings here are not connected. In much of the city, buildings are just kind of rows connected to each other, like you would expect in a city. But here it's much more of a manor sort of feeling, where there's either a little bit of like garden sculpture surrounding each building, or just alleyways, or enough space to create a single home. And that's the neighborhood you find yourself in. Yeah. And that's the neighborhood you find yourself in.
So it is going to be a little harder to be quiet about this.
Okay, well, do we have a layout of the
We don't do quiet.
immediate vicinity?
Well, I mean, that one's his house.
Right, but okay, sorry. Out of game. I don't know what that means, though. Like, is there a wide boulevard? Is there a
So
the surroundings look like?
Yeah, the house itself is a 2-story building. It is it's almost shaped like an H, with a kind of squat center section and 2 longer sections on either side of it that jut out closer to the road. There's a walkway coming in made of obsidian stone. If one of you just chooses to walk by, you'd see that there are these 2 kind of weird looking guards standing out front. They're certainly undead, but they have a much more like brownish, desiccated sort of like, instead of being like squishy undead, these are very much like dry and sort of sand like more how you'd think of a mummy than how you would think of a zombie, right? Except they don't look like any mummy you've ever seen. The buildings surrounding it are of a similar make. It sits in the center of a block. It has an alleyway on either side of it. It's on a relatively wide boulevard. It's about 3 carts wide, with sidewalks on either side. And this is on a residential street. So if you imagine any sort of like city neighborhood where you would have large house, small alley, or side area for carriages and stuff like that, house, alley/carriage area, house, etc., 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 down the road. All of various different architectural makes, ranging in size from 2 to 4 stories. This is a more modest 2-story home.
Is there a public space anywhere down the road? A pretty fountain, a geyser of flame, like a dog walking area, something?
Yeah. So if you go down essentially a block and a half from where you are, there's a public square with a large. It's a round square. It's a public area with
a common.
Yes, a public common. It takes up it's probably 100 yards in circumference. That's the right one, right? That's the total distance across. It's 100 yards across at all points. And in the center of it rises a large molten brass fountain. It's this kind of darkened sort of brass, and all of this molten metal is coming out of it. And it's kind of green, and it's giving off this almost sulfurous sort of thing.
Okay. I apologize. I know I was away for a second.
Please, for the two of you, now that you're both here, remember to mute when you're the one not talking.
Yeah, that was driving me a little nutty. Do we have a photo of the thing that we're looking at? Because right now I just see the tavern.
We do not.
Oh.
Okay. And this is Whatchamadooter's house that we're checking out?
Well, you are in your game right now.
Barbatos.
Yeah.
Or whatever his name was.
Yeah. If you were looking at the tavern, you were looking at the tavern from your game on Monday.
Oh, you're right. Hey.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The alleys on the side, how much shade or like how is the light playing in those areas? And I want to actually take a walk around the whole alley to get from one's like canvas the wall around it, kind of get an idea
absolutely.
what it looks like.
There is a small alley that runs behind all the houses. It is probably 3 people wide. It's probably no more than 10 to 12 feet wide, giving each person enough elbow room, right? So, and mostly you see trash and stuff back there. In terms of lighting, it's not... I would say that there are certainly areas of dim light, especially depending on the architecture of the houses, kind of like how the light falls between the alleys. Some of them are brighter than others, and some of them are not. I also want to hit Mike real quick because Muck real quick because he was asking about Fountain. So Elise.
Okay, so as I'm walking past and heading, like I could obviously see the fountain down the way for me.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, I'm gonna swap out spell real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't need to have polymorph right now, so I'm going to get Arcane Eye out of the spellbook. I'm going to cast Arcane Eye as I walk by. I'll leave the Arcane Eye in front of it, and I'm going to keep walking down.
Tell me again what the Arcane Eye does.
Yeah, 1 second, let me click on it.
Yeah. That's a newer one to me.
And I'm going to go find a nice place to hang out and sit in the fountain square area while the Arcane Eye is going to hang out back.
Okay.
Outside that.
And just to be clear, is it outside the house or is it outside in the square?
It's not that's a house. Like as I walk by, I cast it and set it there and keep going.
I will bring up the house now that you guys are more closely investigating it. This is that's the bottom floor outside. And everybody can see that. Yeah, essentially what you're looking at are these 2 kind of wings off of a central hub that's a large H shape. And apologies for the background noise. Apparently, everyone today needs sirens.
Stop robbing banks, man.
Yeah, I know. But on a
They're
I
coming
needed
to
a
get
siren
you.
as well. I hadn't had one yet.
Yeah. On a quick view from both the front and the back, this is what you see. There are 2 guards out front, 2 guards out back. Yeah.
And the guards.
And
And the guards out back are the same looking, like desiccated mummy-esque as the ones out front.
yes. Although somehow the fucking thing erased my. Hang on a second.
So do we just
The character mancer
knock
is
second?
eating NPCs like you don't even understand. Say again?
Brand moves to go up and knock.
One of the so as you get closer, what you see is this kind of hooded undead creature, and I need to try and bring it back up here. One second. It just ate it. It just decided to eat it.
Elise
for
just
some
disappeared.
reason.
No, I just walked over to the edge of the map.
Oh, okay.
So frustrating.
She's gone.
Although I do need a bat, though. And an arcane eye.
Yeah. So I have your bat somewhere. My library. Yeah, that just it irks me so much because it just deleted this character that I had set up, like this NPC class type I had set up for this, and was like, hey, let's have a character mancer instead. Thank you.
That sucks.
Yes. So Bat. There you are, Mr. Bat. Doink. And then we will give that to represent Elise. Can be controlled by Elise. Oh, it can represent non-generic. No, it needs to represent Elise. And we were calling it Batmanuel, right?
Oh, no, it's Bruce.
Yeah. Bruce Manuel. Wait,
Bruce Manuel. Okay, there we go. Doink. You should now be able to control it. Let me make sure it's actually on the right. Yeah, okay, sweet. Yep. You should now be able to control it.
Yeah. I chuck him onto Zed.
Okay.
Well, he flies onto Zed as I walk away. And then
Yeah.
I need an arcane eye as well, please.
Yeah, Arcane Eye. Arcane Eye. I might just find a regular eye. Yeah, we'll just look for a regular eye. And then
Find
we'll
an
call it
eyeball.
an Arcane Eye.
Can't be that hard. Can't be eyeballs
come
all
here.
over the place.
What do you look like? Nope, I don't like the little white box around you. That's stupid. How about you? Nope, still a little white box. How about you? Yeah, there we go. Represents Elise. Where you at? Where'd you go? You're on here somewhere. There you are. Okay. And we'll call this.
That's gotta be the easiest component for you to find.
No,
It requires a bit of bat fur.
Beholder. Okay. Show new plate. All right. There we are. And you should be able to control that as well.
Cool.
It is the eye knot of the beholder. So, Brand, as you walk up, is the eye visible?
It's invisible.
Okay, it is invisible. Okay. As an action, you can move 30 feet in any direction. There's no limit how far one can continue mentally. Okay. Brand, you walk up, and one of those kind of desiccated-looking mummies. You said you're gonna go knock on the door, right? So don't move yourself back because the door's there.
Oh, is that the door? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So as you come up to knock on the door, this one moves to interpose itself between you and the door, and it says, "What's your business here?" With this kind of pulled back face and these empty, dried eye sockets, and yeah.
We're selling cookies.
We don't want what you're selling.
The master of the house here.
That's none of your business.
Big boss man. Get big boss man.
Go away, stupid. This is not for you.
You know, to be honest, I actually thought Zed or someone would actually try to stop me for me. Far ahead. Are you sure he's not here?
Sorry, I'm out of range, man.
I owe him money. I owe him like $5 or something.
Make a deception check.
Brand is unsurprisingly not very good at this.
Go away, Stupid man. This
I'm
house is
not
not
a
for
man.
you.
Goliath. I mean, I am a man, but I'm not. You're stupid. Your face is stupid. And I walk away.
Okay.
I guess they're not gonna just let us in.
Not as easy as it looks, is it, huh, buddy? Last time, yesterday, I guess, in game, right? Yesterday, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you're so bad at this. You can't get us a deal all the time on everything that we want and stuff. And not everything works out perfectly the first time after zero effort from anyone else. Yeah, not so fucking simple. Ah."
Brandon complains. Brandon never complains.
Is the beholder like looking in a window there? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Or the eye of the not beholder, I guess?
Well, I mean, technically, it is a eye of the beholder.
Yes. So you see
beholding.
a room. It's got a long table at it with two nicer chairs. It looks like a parlor.
Okay. Let me know if I spot any gaps that I can move between. Otherwise, it's just going to do it. It's going to go around this way. Then it's going to go around this way.
Okay.
It's going to go around here.
Okay, so yeah, as you look through the windows, in here, you see sitting at the table. I swear to God, if it just destroyed all of these, I'm gonna be super pissed. But we're about to find out. Oh, thank you for not destroying that one. You see a large horse-headed, purple kind of furred-skinned individual with white mane coming off the back, wearing, sitting there kind of eating. He's got this flail kind of on the ground next to him, and his shield is slung along the back of an oversized chair. He's got horse legs, man arms, man body, horse head, and kind of a white tail coming off of it with these kind of glowing yellow eyes. You also see, pulling these up as we go so I can give you proper descriptions, two Azers kind of sitting there talking with them. Why would you cancel? How about cancel? Discard and exit. Oh, thank God. You can. Okay, I might be able to save all of this. All right. Two Azers, which you guys already know. They're fiery dwarfs. A zombie porter wearing relatively nice finery. A large Afridi, who you've seen a ton of, big red-skinned Digian with like large angry swords, who's just kind of standing there holding guard. And you see the gentleman who was described to you. He is none of you would actually know. He looks kind of like if a
Can I
human.
make a check of some sort?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
So I have to say that I'm very, very amused with the image of a zombie, but their head just kind of dangling off the side.
Yes.
Freshly pressed starched shirt. That's amazing.
With his helmet off, but sitting there in full plate, sword draped over the back of a chair, is a Narzugon. Yes, a Narzugon, you know, Elise, is a fallen paladin who has pledged themselves to lawful evil and have made the transformation into a devil. What used to be a purely human form in this case has turned into some cross between like a human and a tiefling, this almost pure red skin with small knobs of horns coming out the top. His ears have become a little bit elongated and his teeth have become just a little bit pointed. His eyes have this reddish glow to them, and he's wearing this kind of blackened plate etched with what look like silver runes on it. And yeah, that's what you see in that room. They seem to be talking or discussing something. It's hard to say what. Doink. So then you get that one. There's no windows there, interestingly. No windows there. But you'd see that. And then this. Scouting for the win. And then this. Doink. And then that. There you go. That is kind of what you're able to see as you go around the house.
Do I see any gaps or anything like that I could enter?
When you say, what does that say?
1 inch.
1 inch. 1 inch gap's actually pretty. No, I mean all the doors are relatively well made on this. None of the windows are open or anything.
What about to the basement?
Stairs
to basement. And there's a second floor as well, right?
Yeah. Ignore the stairs to basement. This is actually a map from a different game.
Okay, that's fine.
There is a second floor, but there is no basement to this. Sorry.
Is there this circular thing? Is this something?
Yeah, it's an awning over the top of the second floor.
Okay, well, I'll just go up a floor real quick.
Okay. Yeah, as you go up, I will drag you over. Doink. You mostly get living quarters up here, but you also see... Oh, you can't see anything on here yet. You see black. That's what you see. That's what you get to see. You get to see nothing and then like it. Hello?
Yeah, I'm liking it. Yeah, it's dirty.
All right. So as you come through... whoa, I did it again. As you come through here, you can see all of that. There are windows there, so you would see the upper floor here, in which there's 3 more of those guards. You can see into that room. There seems to be an Afridi kind of hanging out looking board. There's a zombie attendant there, and then there's what appears to be the master bedroom here.
Is the second zombie wearing a maid outfit?
It is. The zombie is wearing a maid outfit.
You mean
that is correct.
A French zombie?
Yes, it is a French zombie.
Oui, monsieur.
Mon Dieu, I was in the billiard room and I was frightened.
Oh,
I too drank the cognac.
Thinking of zombies talking like that makes me happy.
Okay, so the roof.
Yeah.
On fire.
So the roof is mostly shingle like you saw on the first map, except over the second building, over the northwest one, which has kind of a round turret on it. Imagine it's like a vaulted ceiling. You can make me an investigation check. Oh, well, yeah. You certainly are able to find a crack more than an inch wide to slip through.
And
which takes you...
Where can I enter?
It takes you directly into the master bedroom. And you look up and it's a large vaulted ceiling here. And that's what that turret is. It's the vault in that vaulted ceiling.
Okay. I will, I don't know, just look around, look at this little desk over here, and I'll just check any surfaces for anything.
On the desk is a large green book. It's closed. It has kind of gold filigree on it.
Does it look like you could ledge in it?
I don't know. It's closed.
But I mean,
there's a pen sitting next to it. It doesn't have it does not like say I am a ledger on the front of it, but there is a large green leather-bound book with gold filigree and a pen and ink.
First one I've found, so it's fine. Okay, and then I'll come over to this little, is there like a little sitting area over here? Anything
there is
fun?
A little sitting area there. It looks to be where he sits. Yeah, there is a bookshelf, and it's full of all sorts of interesting planar tomes, mostly about travel and, gazetteers, essentially.
Interesting. Okay, well, I will pause while my eyeballs for a while.
Okay. Sweet.
So somebody else can do something.
I was gonna say, I guess somebody got in the house.
An eyeball got in the house.
Just checking. Did we also go down a floor or something?
There is no basement.
I went up a floor to get in.
Oh, up a floor. Okay. Well, on the map, I'm no longer there.
Because it's up a floor.
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check. Because I did have something I wanted to try to do while the eye was eyeballing.
What's that?
So I'm here around the edge. I actually kind of want to go around the edges of the house and try to find a way in or a shadow that is close enough to an entryway that I can go invisible and try to get in.
Interestingly, there are 2 additional doors to the house. The first one is here. It is not in shadow. the second one is here. There is a covered bridge that goes between this house and the other one. That's just a little like architectural like voila that kind of connects the two houses by a little like covered roof. That does put that entrance in shadow.
Okay. So my idea is to essentially walk around the edge of the house. And while walking past the two back guards, make it look like I'm just walking down the alley like anybody else would down the back alley.
Make a deception check, because at this point somebody's come up and been like, we want to sell you cookies. Okay, so yeah, you're able to like fly casual for sure.
Cool. So by the time I get kind of out of eyesight over here, then I'll come down to the bridge.
Okay.
So you said this part where I'm standing is in shadow?
Yes.
All right, and then that would be me using Cloak of Shadows.
Yes.
So once I do that, then I do have that. I have thieves tools because of my background, and I would like to start picking whatever lock is here.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand, right? No, it's a thieves tool check with Dex plus proficiency, but yeah.
With Dex?
It's certainly locked. Yeah.
Yeah, just click on the tool and it should roll it.
Well, it actually is asking me attribute
Dex.
input.
Dex.
So Dex.
Geeks. Okay. As you get your tools into the lock itself, you get over the first two rollers. You feel a spring back there, and you start to pull it up, and you know you're right about to unlock the thing. And as you're like, ka-chink, ha, got it, ding 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 ding.
How quickly can I start moving as that alarm sounds?
We're gonna need a quick initiative between you and the Afridi guard.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, Zed and Brand, you're not standing directly in front of the house right now.
No.
Okay. I'm just checking. Before I start this, where are you guys?
So I'm going to walk over basically into the street and sit down and start sharpening my axe. I'm just gonna be sitting there.
Okay.
My axe.
That works for me. And then so we've got those guys. We'll come around and check it out.
So I'm like across the street and off to the side. I could see, like, for example, I could watch. What is your new character's name?
Etza, except I'm invisible, so no, you can't.
Well, you weren't invisible.
Oh, I wasn't invisible at the time.
So I watched Etza go down the hallway.
The alley.
Where the alley went. By the way, you made your.
I'm the one who was taking action.
How is there not an Afridi in this? No. Okay.
So I watched Etza go down that way. I watched Brand strike out. I'm not moving in because I'm sort of expecting there to be some kind of external trouble, and I'm doing my best to not be immediately associated with them in case I have to come to the rescue.
I respect that. Not being immediately associated with people who are setting off alarms is a good thing. Why are you not showing me that? Well, okay, that's fine. We'll just roll. It seems like everything feels broken today in Roll20, just FYI, but that's fine. So Afridi, I had your info up somewhere. Oh, wow, 22. Okay. So, Etza, what did you get? A 19, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I had all the old tracker stuff in here. Can you all hear that amazing city life behind me?
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, really sorry about that. Okay, there we go. So, Because we're in initiative order, we're going to start with the Engatras. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They heard this alarm go off. Boink.
I'm invisible, Cloak of Shadows. I remain invisible until...
You're muted.
I heard that. I mean, it's fine. You were invisible.
I attack, cast a spell, or are in an area of bright light. That's what's described by Cloak of Shadows.
Yep, so they get perception checks. With disadvantage, because they're invisible in Cloak of Shadow. One of them crit. I'm sorry, one of them crit. Oh no, rolled a 19 plus 4 is a 23. What's your stealth check? What was your stealth check? Make a stealth check for me. Do better than 24. Okay.
No.
And then the Ifrit crits. Wow. And then rolls a 10 of 14, so he's going to open the door and not see you. But one of the, we'll call it the last one that comes up here. They had to dash, so they can't take it. They can't do anything. The Ifriti opens the door as one of the kind of undead desiccated mummies goes, "She's right there!" And the other two look at him like, "What are you talking about?" And it's your go.
Good. My movement speed is 40, so... I'm gonna go right around the corner of this bridge thing because that's exactly 40 feet. Boop.
Okay.
Have I remained in shadow because of the bridge thing?
Well, I mean, the bridge is only here.
Oh, can I actually walk on the bridge? Can I take the bridge instead?
The bridge, it's above you. It's not a bridge, it's an awning.
Oh, how
Right.
high is it?
15 feet. It essentially connects to the bottom of the upper floor.
What do I have to roll to climb?
Athletics. Or acrobatics, better of.
I'll roll in acrobatics to climb up the bridge and then go on the bridge instead of going around here because I don't want to go in the bright light. That seems really dumb.
So
Can't you click from shadow to shadow? What you?
Oh, right.
let me describe this better because it doesn't sound like you. So above you is an awning.
Yeah, shadow step. Anything within 60 feet, I can immediately jump to.
Yes, and there, you can definitely see shadows within 60 feet of you. Essentially,
Cool.
the front of this.
The bridge, I'm guessing, has an awning over top of it.
There's no bridge. I'll say it again. It is an awning that it's like a. It's not really a bridge, right? It's just that architectural feature that covers the entrance of this building and connects to the building. What do you call that, guys? What is it called? The overtop.
An awning.
An awning. It's
Okay.
an awning. Yeah, it's not a bridge. It's not over anything. It is above you, 15 feet. And
Where are
covers
areas of shadow within 60 feet of me then?
You could probably the best would be to hop into the. There's a ton of shit in the alley, and your best bet would be to hop into some shadows in the alley.
Cool.
Yeah.
In the back alley?
Yes.
Cool, let me go somewhere around here-ish. Why am I holding it? It's not doing the thing. Like
do you have?
back
Still on
here-ish.
singular.
Yeah, there. That is great. Yep.
Cool. Boop. I
Okay.
shadow step over there.
As you step onto shadows, that's your go. So with that, and then they start looking around, and they need to make perception checks with disadvantage on their go.
That is a bonus action. I do want to hold a physical action in case somebody comes at me to attack me.
Okay. And they all kind of, the Afridi comes out. He looks like he's about to summon something as he steps out. Like you see this fire starting to like build up around his hand, and it looks like it's starting to connect to something on the ground. But as they all start looking around, none of them see you, and it just goes back into his hand, and he's like, what are you talking about? There's nobody out here. Get back to your posts. It must have been some idiot kid or something. Get back to your posts. And they both go, right. And he comes back inside. And they come back over here. And we can be out of combat. You do see that they lock the door again before They retain their posts. Regain their posts.
And the front guards, well, I wouldn't know anything about the front guards because I didn't see them.
Nope. Let's talk about Zed. What are you doing?
Sorry, I was already unmuted apparently. Okay, so alarms went off. They're still going off. There's been a bunch of hubbub from inside.
The alarm stopped after about 15 seconds.
Okay. Did anyone on the street take notice?
Yes. I mean, people were like looking around, and for a second they talked. But imagine it's like your fire alarm goes off for 15 seconds. You're like, oh my God, stop it. What's going on? And then it stops, and then everyone's like, oh, thank God. And then kind of keeps going about their day.
Okay, so it's just like a momentary, like, hey, that was a thing that happened, but no one really cares all that much?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like guards came rushing over.
Well, so I'll hop on the messenger thingy to... Let me see, who actually has it?
Fenn Brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, Elise doesn't have one?
No.
Nope.
She didn't
It's,
have
it's, it's on Varric's body.
Oh, yeah. Well, shuckers.
You might have one from
Shucker.
Bale's body because you actually have Bale's body. Just saying.
No, that's true. I mean, I know we took it off of Vale, but if we didn't specifically say that we were giving it to someone, then it doesn't really matter. I'm waiting. Then I'm still waiting to see what happens. What's the building I'm next to look like?
Squeak.
The building across the street.
The building across the street is a flat-fronted, sort of black stone mansion. It's got about 4 windows to a side. It probably is 80 feet long. It's 4 stories high. It ends with 2 higher towers that add a 5th floor kind of overlook room to them. It goes back to the alley. It's probably about as deep as this house, but it certainly has maybe about twice the volume of it.
What's the roof situation looking like?
Most of the roofs around here tend to be of the peaked variety. If you go down about 3 houses, there is a flat-roofed house. 3 houses west of this house, your target house on the same side of the street, there is kind of a flatter roof.
Okay. But so, like, hopping up onto the roof of the house across the street doesn't really seem like it'd make a big deal.
You can certainly try. I mean, it's not impossible.
It's not that I can't do it, it's that I don't think I get what I want out of it.
What is it you are looking at? What is it you want to do?
I have very little to add to this situation. I'm basically just trying to put myself into an Overwatch position in case something fucks up, which it sounds like something might have done a little bit already.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go, like, running in all radiant to blazing until I know more. So I think...
Make an investigation check real quick.
Okay.
You know, you're like, I don't know where I can go to, like, do Overwatch at all. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to give it to you if you rolled a 10, but...
Yeah. No, I just stay put. I stay right where I've been.
Okay.
Which is, you know, basically... like on the corner, like outside corner of the lot, just past it.
Yeah.
And just kind of like keeping an eye out and an ear out and listening for what might be happening.
Okay.
I actually, you know what? I turn to the bat and I look at the bat and I go, "Hey, are you able to contact Elise?"
Squeak.
Okay. I give the bat a grape.
Squeak.
A cricket?
Squeak.
Brand.
I'm sorry, the recipient is currently out of range. Message to the bat. and it's until such time as the owner comes back within 100 feet of said bat.
Leave a sound or leave a message at the meep.
Yeah.
Meep. Meep. Okay. Brand, what are you doing?
I am still. Well, I guess I stood up when I heard the alarms, kind of like watching what's happening. I saw that the 2 guards at the front of the house didn't seem to move or notice.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I mean, they looked around.
Brand's out of
went
ideas, right? Like,
So,
Brand
yeah.
tried his idea. He's not really the idea man. So he's just kind of like, he's going to look over at Elise and look over at Zed, and they don't seem to be doing much either. And so he's, I guess he'll walk over to Zed. Why not? Where Zed went.
When the alarm went off, the 2 front guards did kind of jump for a second, but it looked like they're trained well enough to hold their position.
Right.
Yeah.
How's it going, Brand?
Hey, Zed, how's it going? Where's your idea? You have ideas. I don't have ideas.
Well, my ideas require that we wait a little while, since you already went up to the front door once, and that's basically where most of my ideas tend to be. So, because I mean, my plan is to try to go in there and try to smooth talk my way in, but effectively. But I can't do that if I roll up like within the 20 minutes of time, after you did, right? Like, that's way too.
See why not?
I gotta wait several hours at least. So, yep, it's just that kind of thing right now. I'm just waiting to see what other people come up with. Otherwise, we could probably burn the house down around this guy, but
Ooh.
I don't know that solves anything other than annoying him.
Wait, didn't Sherlock Holmes do that?
What? Who?
Just some guy.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
We're better when we don't talk.
Yes.
Hi. I'm gonna go ahead and shadow step back to that shadow again by the door.
Do it.
But I'm not gonna touch the door this time.
Okay.
But what I'd like to do is, Elise, can I see you down there?
I'm down a block.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Oh, okay. You're not
Yeah.
where your character. Okay.
No.
You're not on the map. All right. Thanks. What I'm thinking, when the Afridi opened the door, was I able to see anything in there before I jumped?
Yeah, it looked like a storage room.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and step out into the light over here.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be careful. I'm gonna move very, very close to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw a window.
Yeah. Anywhere you see window, yeah, those are windows. 100%.
Cool. I wonder if the windows are triggered with alarms, or if they can be opened without having to be broken. So I'm gonna step to this window.
Only one way to find out. Make. No, he can't see it from there. Okay.
I was picking a window particularly on that purpose.
Yep.
So I'm gonna.
How would you like
window.
to? Okay, so make an investigation check.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Looks completely safe. Looks like you could probably just open it with your hands.
Shit.
Don't look at the die roll. Listen to the DM.
No, I'm trying.
Oh, you try to open it. Okay. So as you get your hands kind of underneath there, it starts to slide up, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. You were able to tumble out of the way as this dart goes past you and goes into the other side of the alley. I need to make a couple perception checks. No, that's an 8 and a 2. They don't hear shit.
I keep pushing it.
Yeah, now whoosh, it goes up.
I'm going to wait a minute. Does anyone come to the window?
No.
How far is it off the ground?
3 feet.
I can pull myself in there.
Sure. Not even a problem.
Without pulling myself actually in yet, how dark is this room?
There's one small torch casting light in this room right now, and it is right over here. There's also light coming in from the outside, so I would call it regular everyday light.
Okay, what's this?
A door.
Okay. So, I'm going to climb in.
Okay, door. Interesting. Door. Okay, you find yourself in a storage room full of all sorts of meat and veg and grain, some ale.
And are these stairs actually here or no?
So they are stairs up to a sack of, to where grain is held to kind of keep it above the floor and any moisture that may accumulate.
But not that high up, it's like just a raised platform kind of a deal?
Yeah, it's like a raised platform, yeah. Make a perception check.
I was getting ready to climb up behind the grain because there are doors. I don't know who's coming in and out of doors.
Yeah.
I'd rather be behind something than be standing in front of a window.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Make a stealth check for me, and you hear muffled talking, but you can't quite make out what it is. Coming from through the door. You are one with the darkness. Okay, so that's you right now. What is everyone else doing?
Eyeball searching.
As the eyeball starts searching, you see the first interesting thing is you see this zombie kind of leave the room for a second. You get a quick glimpse into the room behind it, and then you get a whole glimpse into the room behind it. And he heads up the stairs. He goes and grabs a bag from the master bedroom. It's like a little doctor's bag. And then he brings it back downstairs.
Following.
The Barbados looks up and goes, "Thank you," to the zombie. He grabs it.
So where does that happen?
Barbados is right here. Yeah, so Barbados is right here. Boink. And the zombie brings it back down.
Barbados is his friend.
No,
that's
Barbados is your target. His friend is Cyanopus. This guy.
Horsehead guy.
Yeah,
right?
Horsehead guy. Yeah, Horsehead guy.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
The horse's
So
ass.
it appears that they were playing dice and stuff in here, but it looks like they're getting prepared to leave.
Okay, so at that point then Elise will Scooty Puff Jr. back this general direction.
Okay.
And I'll just leave the eyeball there. I mean, I'll put it up on the ceiling or something.
Yeah. Are you going back to the crew? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm coming
Okay.
since I've been hanging out down the street, just sipping a tea or whatever in a plaza.
Yep.
So now I'm going to make my gentle way back.
So you make your way back.
Zip. Just cruising around in my broom, just having a nice.
I thought
Sunday
you were
cruise.
hooking up with the other guys. You guys are just okay. So yeah, they start to get their stuff together.
Yeah, I'm coming down. Like I
Okay.
gotta zip down here.
Yeah, you make it. You make it.
I know. I'm just narrating. I'm having fun. Role playing. So once I get in range of like the 100 feet from Bruce, I'll have
Yeah.
him start like I'll have him start squeaking
Yeah.
more urgently, I guess.
Using echolocation.
Yeah, to alert hopefully Zed. Like squeak, 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 and
Yeah,
then kinda,
what? Yeah.
and he's gonna, head do head motions towards the building, and obviously they can now see me coming. I assume if they look that direction.
Yeah, they can see you
Okay.
coming.
I'm looking at the building, which I was doing, and then I see Elise, and
The
I
Afridi comes
making-
out back.
I could make some sort of surreptitious, not so surreptitious, like, I make like a hurry up gesture.
hurry up and what?
Well, I'm not there yet. I'm not trying to shout down the street. I try to imply. Can I roll to imply?
Oh, yeah.
I make a
What is it?
performance check.
What are you trying to do?
By the bat. Like, oh, it's so cute.
There we go. That's my
Etza, you see, because you can see through here real quick, right? As the door opens and the Afridi walks outside.
You're muted.
I mean, I'm staying right where I am
Okay.
for the moment. I have noted, however, that the Afridi is not in the building right now. Wait.
That is correct.
Yeah, Brady has left
Did the luggage disappear on this map?
Oh, it's literally looking directly at a carriage. I'm like, what? What is this? Oh, okay. Why would you do that? How is that helpful?
There's a wagon token I used in the other game.
Oh yeah, there's a wagon. That's right.
Yeah, we had a wagon once. We probably still do.
We
Somewhere
left it
maybe.
somewhere.
It's probably at our castle. It's fine.
Seeing what all we got here. No, I don't need an armored car. We'll just use that. All right. So, it's got 2 horses on it. You just can't see them. Doink. Doink.
The gin doesn't pull it.
Actually, I like that thematically even better. The Afridi pulls it. Indeed, I like that. That's an extra add to the story. The Afridi actually pulls it like a giant. What are they called?
Rickshaw.
Rickshaw. Yes. And it looks like he's pulling it up to this entrance right here.
I would probably hear that, right?
I think
Yeah,
we probably
and-
all hear that.
You could also have seen it out the window that he was pulling a rickshaw around. A
Right.
large. Yeah.
Sweet. So something's getting ready to move out of here.
Yes.
I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay right where I am with my crit stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking up something because I'm gonna do something. 1 second.
Your second is up.
Okay, it's slightly longer than that then.
Okay, that's fine.
What is the rickshaw made of?
It is actually really ornate. It's made of brass, and it has kind of like these red seats, red leather seats in it, and it's a double, so you could sit 2 in the front, or 1 large in the front, and 2 in the back, or 1 large person in the back.
So not flammable though.
The leather might be flammable.
Here we go.
What's up?
This spell is very strange. Okay, no, I'm just reading.
Okay. Well, he's reading. What's
Okay.
everyone else doing?
All right, no, I got it.
Okay. You got it? Okay, sweet.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna come up to, well, technically probably. Let's play it safe. I'm gonna go there,
Mm-hmm.
and well, we don't check our breathing. Yeah, okay. There's fine. I
Okay.
can to the middle. I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern in the middle of the table.
Can you do it? You should be able to do it through glass, right?
I just
wouldn't-
because I'm not casting it through the thing. I just need to be able to see the point of origin, which I place
Oh, yeah.
on top of the table.
Yes.
And it creates a 30-foot cube.
Correct. That is correct.
I cast hypnotic pattern in there.
Nice. All right. So I'm gonna guess kind of there.
So let me hypnotic pattern. So I drop, cast that, and then I
It's
think
just-
I need to. 1 second.
Elise, lady of action, jumping right into it.
It's like. Do-do-do-do.
I need to make some wisdom saving throws, right?
Yeah, 1 second. Spells. I'll burn a third level spell
Mm-hmm.
to increase the spell save DC by 2, so it's and I'll.
Okay.
So I need a 19.
Wow. Sweet. Where's my Narzagon? There you are, Mr. Narzagon. What is your... It's a wisdom save? Or is it charisma?
It's wisdom, but I mean.
Okay. I think need 19s. So the Narzagon crit, my dice are hot today. The Afridi rolls a 16 and fails. What else do I got in there? The 2 Azers. One of them crits. And then the Orboros. Where is your... There you are. Oh my god. I literally just crit 3 times in a row.
It's not crit on skills or saves.
Okay, so it's still a 20
Yes.
plus their saves. As this... the Afridi's not actually in there. But so the zombie and one of the Azers are dazzled. These guys, however, are not. The other 3 are not. And now know something is to fuck up, and we need to roll initiative. As this happens, there's this explosion of light for a minute in the room. They look up, they look around, and they like push back their chairs and look like they're starting to search or something.
Not helpful.
He's gonna see it. All right. And you hear this, Etze, in the back room as well. There's just this, what the? And then I need an ish for you. I need an ish for you. I need an ish for you. It's +2. God damn. Guys, I'm rolling hot tonight. I fear for the party.
We're also missing Fen.
It's fine.
But you're gonna run, Fen, right?
Fen's not on the board right now.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. He's right beside Brand.
He's right next to Brand.
Who's running Fen?
Oh, the turn order thing was covering him. I'll run Fen.
You got the right attitude.
Yeah, that's exactly how that works.
All right, but hang on, because if I'm dual charactering it again, I'll be right back. I need alcohol.
But can you roll initiative first at least?
I already rolled initiative. Oh, not for Fen.
There you go. I think this is the most spread out our party has ever been.
Yeah, I was wondering. Fuck you. Okay, there you go. I will add it to the tracker. Go get your alcohol. Oh, it is already on the tracker. Okay, sweet. All right. So, starting at the top of the round, the one non-phased Azer looks up, looks confused for a minute, opens this door over here, and starts running out this way. 5, 10, 15, let's see. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm only going to give him half movement because he spent this first round looking for somebody in the room. But it's also Brand's go. Brand, you see Elise do something with her hands in her mouth down the street.
Yes.
I think there wouldn't be much more for you to see from where you are than that, right? Because...
No, yeah, I wouldn't really see much else, but
okay.
that doesn't mean I can't still... I am going to assume that she's doing something that might cause trouble, so I'm going to move closer to the house. 5, 10, 40... I'll go ahead and I'll dash, and I'll move up to the near the corner here.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will be ready for trouble, so... Yeah.
Should trouble
Brand's
come.
been waiting for the plan makers to do something.
He has. He had his own plan, and of course it failed because of Brand.
The kind of mummy guards just kind of look at you because they don't know anything's happening yet either. And then it's Etza. We had 22, 21, 21, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
There's a significant amount of commotion going on right now in the room to your direct south.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to maintain my position until I get a better idea what's going on. However, the moment somebody comes close enough to me, I don't know exactly the range of it, but I'm essentially going to be holding a poison spray.
Okay.
For the moment somebody comes up and tries to fuck with me.
Where are they at?
They're out there. You can go get them.
I couldn't find them.
I met in the living room.
Why would they be in the living room?
Okay. All right. So you're holding your action in case somebody comes through here, and you're going to shoot poison spray at them if they do.
If they come close enough to mess with me and look like they actually see me.
Okay.
Because otherwise, I'm essentially trying to look for a clearing for me to go, whoop,
Okay.
and sneak out.
For sure. Well, there's an open window right next to you. Zed.
Oh, I didn't mean out of the house. I meant out
okay.
of this room.
Okay. Zed.
Oh, this is like the exact scenario I was hoping to avoid.
Sorry. Actually, it wasn't my fault this time.
This is the exact scenario Brand was hoping to find. You're probably here.
Okay, I don't know. Let me see distance.
So at the moment, here's what you have seen happen. You have seen Elise cast something. You have seen Brand go, and kind of run almost over to the corner of the building. There has not been any combat. No one has communicated anything about bad things are about to happen to you yet. I'm wondering, because it's kind of a confused situation right now, right? I'm wondering, I want you guys to think about how you react in we're not really sure what's going on because you didn't see any of that, right?
Yeah, no one's told me what is happening.
Yeah.
People
Am
are
I
just-
right? Hey, Elise, I want to make sure I'm not muddying the situation. That's correct. You did that without being like, hey guys, I'm gonna...
I made a performance check earlier to indicate that like something's about to happen inside.
Oh, okay.
Performance check. It's however they want to determine
Yeah.
what that
Yeah,
means.
you never actually said what you were trying to indicate, though.
Yeah, tell them what you were trying to indicate. It'll add a lot more clarity and make this quicker. We can rewrite the fiction for that. It's not a big deal.
It was meant to indicate that something inside is about to happen. Like that's why I'm now coming rapidly this direction.
Okay.
Because like the whole goal, right, is to keep this inside the house, to not let it spill out into the street no matter what, because then we'll call the guards.
Yeah. So.
And like I don't know if you can hear the carriage rumbling sound from around the side of the building or not.
Yeah, mostly. It's a busy city street, but I'd give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So something's about to happen, and it looks like it just did.
Sure. So I figured out 30 feet gets me to here.
Yeah.
So I am jumping and breaking through this window and landing on this floor.
Okay, make a athletics check. It's got to be athletics. It's got to be strength based because it's a window.
Okay. Otherwise, I just throw my body at a glass pane and fall over.
Yeah.
This ain't the movies, bro.
You just get it.
Come on, don't suck. Come on, don't suck. Come on, don't suck. Come on, don't suck. Fuck.
I mean, there is little chance of it not sucking.
Yeah, you don't make it through the window, but as your face smooshes up against it, you do see 2 zombies happily cooking away in there, who don't even seem to have noticed that you went...
Well, blessed by incompetence, then.
Take 2 points of damage, as there's a thunk, and you kind of bruise your nose a little bit. Anything else, Zed?
Hang on, I had to mark the insult to my injury.
The injury to your insult?
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna, what's the house made of?
Stone. Most
Stone?
houses here are made of stone or metal. Yeah.
What's the roof made of?
Looks like slate tiles.
Okay, I'm casting improved invisibility on myself.
Okay, you are improvedly invisible. Anything
And
else?
then I have 5 more feet of movement, which I will use to slink.
No, I'm gonna say you
no?
running
I'm
25
done.
feet and jumping at the window and then falling down afterwards. As
All
you
right,
keep that.
fine.
Yeah, no. I'll let you take the action, but you don't get any more movement after that. Okay.
Seems fair to me.
At least from inside the building, you see the Narzagon 5, 10, 15, 20, no, don't flip it, 25, 30. He comes over to the door and says, "We're getting out of here now!" And that's his whole action. Elise.
Decision.
And you see this too, Etza, as this... You see him put on his helmet, and then...
That's okay.
Is this door here open? Hang on, let me see. Is this open or closed?
It is open. That dwarf, that Azur, just kind of like... It looks like he's running to get out of the house.
Hang on, let me see something. Okay, I can't quite see everything.
Spells are in this book?
You can also just look them up in the thing.
Okay, check some ranges. No, wrong way.
I like this song. It's a good song.
Okay.
Good song.
I can't hear it.
Well, that's your fault.
That was a personal problem to me.
Yeah.
Not really all that much of a problem. But deeply personal, and I will not discuss it.
And
A moot. And what do you got?
And the door that the duder ran through.
Back here. Oh,
Yeah, that one's still open too.
that is still open too. There's no... Yeah. They're not being formal and being like, I'm closing. Something has happened. They do not feel safe where they are, so they're trying to get the hell out. It looked like before they were kind of lazily packing up and like finishing their drinks and then bring the cart around and all of that,
All right.
and then boink, and then they're like, fuck!
Let's see what happens. Hang on, let me check something real quick.
Having walked past the other side of the house, Sean, like, does the cart need to leave via the main street, or is there a rear way out?
It looks like it's set up to leave. It doesn't look like it could turn around where it is.
Okay, so then I'm going to broom my ass over to this window so I can still see in.
Yeah. Then Afridi notices you now and drops them.
That's fine.
As a cinematic action, drops the handles of the cart.
Cool. I can see to there through this window because
Yeah.
the door's still open.
For sure.
So then I will Misty Step to there,
You misty step.
and as my bonus action, and then I'll cast Disintegrate. It's back.
Ooh, nice.
Hang on one second. Fuck, who cares about spells? I will spend another 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Got like 30 of those.
Wait, I got a question.
Yes.
He's a paladin? Or this guy is a former paladin or whatever, right?
Essentially a fallen paladin, yes.
Okay, can I make a religion check or an arcana check to think so I can determine what his worst save might be?
So, I would call it a religion check. And...
Terrible.
But it's a check, so a 14 is still not a failure.
True, still shitty.
So I will give you his strongest save instead.
Okay.
Which is a charisma save.
Then fuck it. Then I'll just leave it as a dex save and hope his dex sucks. He doesn't look overly dexy, does he?
He does! Well, he's also in full plate.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's probably a good chunky guy. So I'll leave it as dex, but I will spend I'll spend an extra 3rd level spell.
Yep.
To raise it. I mean, let me make sure I can do this multiple times a day. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
Cast a spell. Is it alchemical? Augment for...
Per, like, long rest, I think.
No, because I have to spend a spell. It's the other one to change it. I can do that for a long rest, but I think nope. Yeah, I can spend an additional 3rd level spell to increase the spell's potency by 2. So, fuck it.
Okay. And it's a what save?
Just leave it as dex, but it's a 19 instead.
Okay. You see, because he has disadvantage because he's wearing full plate, this green ray come out of your hand and wrap itself into his armor, and you hear this as the life force is sucked out of this guy. You said it was 93 points of damage?
83.
I thought you said it was plus 10 for some reason. I'm sorry.
No, plus 2 to the spell DC.
Yeah, okay. Plus 10. Okay. And he goes down on a knee. He's still up, but you, like, there's, his eyes are starting to, like, flicker with, like, the loss of life. It's you've hooked him up.
Suck it.
Alright, it's the Ouroboros' go. Or Ouroboros' go. What's your movement, Mr. Ouroboros? 90 feet. No, I'm totally kidding. 40. 5, because you're a horse, it makes sense. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 is all he needs. He kind of squeezes in there. And then he is going to... how many attacks does he get? Okay, so he's going to make a number of attacks against you.
Cool. I'm a 15 because I haven't cast Mage Armor yet.
Okay. All right, so this will be... Oh, he has a flail. He makes 4 attacks, 1 with bite, 1 with claw, 1 with flail, 1 with stop. All right, bite! Oh my god, I rolled a natural 20. Claw! Rolled a 2, it's gonna miss. Flail! Rolled a 3, it's gonna miss. Roll the last one. Oh my god, I crit on you twice. Okay.
Does it matter is it the only 2 hits or just 2 crits?
Yes, the only 2 hits are 2 crits.
Okay, that's fine. Then I won't attempt to shield anything.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm a little not, but... Alright, so we're gonna have... first, I need you to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. That could have been worse. 5, 10, 13...
against what type of effect am I making it again? Constitution?
Poison. As his mouth just kind of comes down on you, and tries to just rip you a thunder.
Okay, in that case, I will. What's the effect? As a reaction, then I'll cast Absorb Elements.
What does that mean? This filter will listen to the effect when you're starting the next melee attack if you have resistance. The triggering damage tap until the start of your next turn. Also, for the first time you're hit with a melee attack on your next turn, takes 1 as okay. But also make me the save.
Yep. Hang on. I don't wanna. Yeah, no.
Okay. Oof. But you have a +6 con. You really could have made that. Alright, so to start, you will take 5, 10, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, plus 8 is 26. Piercing. You will take
26.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 poison.
Halved.
Yes. To 6. That HP cannot be regained. So while poisoned this way, the target cannot regain hit points, I should say. But you can repeat the saving throw at the end of every turn.
Okay.
And that poison damage is ongoing. And then the other crit was with his stomp. You see him just come down with his like big horsey hoof right on your knee, as he does way less damage probably, or the same amount. 5, 10, 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 bludgeoning onto your knee.
Cool.
I know you're like the tankiest mage of all time, but yeah.
He's like,
which I respect, by the way, and that's his whole go. Like that was 2 crits.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm tanky because I have an amulet of health.
Yeah.
Otherwise, not so much.
Yeah. Fen.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Not much. Then. Okay, hang on.
How is this a combat song? Oh, because we're not in combat. Okay.
I'm having a hard time seeing the grid.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's places.
So remind me how running works.
Twice your speed. All you can do, except for bonus actions.
That's it? There's no like ×4 movement option?
No, it's double speed.
Man, Elise, you're fucked. Because we're not going to get there in any kind of time. Like, that's Fen's movement.
That's 60 feet?
Yeah.
Huh, it is 60 feet. Okay.
Yeah, unless you want to tell me that the grid is wrong.
No, the grid is correct.
Yeah, then, yeah, that's 60 feet right there.
The grid don't lie. Okay, there are other ways into the house, right? Zed, you tried one and I respect it, but there were also just doors. The Agantra look at you guys coming out, and what are you doing? But are holding their action because you have not taken a direct violent action toward them in the house, and they have no idea what's going on inside right now. They just look a little, what the hell is happening? And are holding their actions, I'll say. But the Azar kind of starts coming out this way. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and he looks to be starting to run down the street, like not having to want to do anything with this at all.
We don't need him, do we?
Not for anything you know of.
Yeah.
So,
Brand.
okay, the door's open now, right?
He closed the main door on the way out. He's not stupid.
But it looks like
he's just
locked
panicking.
it, right?
It didn't look like it was locked or anything, no.
All right, so I'll move to here.
They will move to interpose. If you attempt to pass them, it is obvious that they will strike you.
Okay. Well, I will rage first, and then I will come up here, and I'm going to attack this one.
Okay.
Like, I'm getting inside, you jackass.
All right. Do it up. Okay, 24 definitely hits for 20 damage. He strikes back. What's your AC?
18.
18?
I actually like my extra swing. That's my
Okay,
second swing.
that's okay.
Right.
So he will hit you once. Let's do your damage then his damage. You've got 3 attacks, right?
No, Brand has 2.
Okay, yes, 2. So yeah, 40 points of damage is a lot of damage. You, as you like cleave into this guy, you're used to like flesh coming off, but like you hurt him a lot after 1 strike, after 2 strikes, and it's just like sand that just comes off of him.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah. Okay, so I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm terrible at those.
You're fine. You will take 9, 8, 7, 4 points of damage.
Okay.
I mean, they're guards, guys. They're guards. They're not the big bad. 2d4 plus 5. Okay. Anything else, Brand?
That's it. I will take a quick AFK. It's not 20.
Okay. Ifriti. What is Ifriti doing?
You skipped me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I'm
Fen?
before you.
Hang on.
I'm before you.
No, you did not skip me. You did not skip me. I was scrolled down.
I didn't think so. The Ifriti actually can't make it through. No, you can move through a friendly square, so I'll go here. Kind of just kicking shit out of the way as he comes in. Oh, Elise. Where are your attacks at? What's your AC again?
It should be a 15, I think, currently. Do some math.
Well, I failed on
right.
1. And there's another hit incoming. Would you like to maybe cast shield? It's up to you. I don't make the choice.
I'm only getting hit 1. Nah, I'll take it. Whatever. Hit me.
Okay. So it's going to be 2d6 plus 6 slashing. So that'll be 7, 6, 7, 8, 9 slashing. And then 2d6 fire damage. That'll be 9 fire damage.
Total.
As 18. And
Now,
so, whoosh.
are you currently resistant to fire damage, Mike?
I take half from fire damage because of the
Okay,
range.
so yeah, 4 damage from the fire. So give yourself 4 hit points back. And that's the Ifriti's whole go. Okay. Yeah. Etza, you hear combat from the other room. Direct, involved sorts of people stabbing each other combat.
Alright, so I need to figure out what range I have for casting darkness.
I mean, she can just about see Etza from where she is.
Yeah, but I have to make sure. I don't even think it says I have to see it.
I mean, you can see Elise and you can see the Ouroboros right now.
Or at least is what I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has a 15-foot radius. Perfect. So I'm centering it here.
Okay, and it is a what now?
Darkness. Hold on, let me actually cast it for you. Boop. So
Okay.
I'm casting darkness.
Sure. Darkness is cast.
That means I believe I have to spend 2 key to do it.
Darkness.
Yes. Boop boop. I also need to look up minor illusion because that's the other one I don't know very well.
Okay.
But I can't do it this turn anyway. So
Then you can look it up on this other turn.
what I'm going to do, my movement, I'm gonna was Elise on the ground?
No, she's still up.
How high up are you, Elise?
Just standing.
This is your
I
Sean answered a question different from what Danielle asked.
meant about the broom.
Oh. The ceilings
I
are 10
count
feet high.
It just floats at like ground height. Normally, I'm appropriately shaped for the room, like because I had to misty step from the ground. Like I want a straight shot. I just skipped the intervening space.
Okay, so I'm gonna step.
Technically, I'm probably not on it anymore because I'm like in combat.
Okay. So I'm gonna step up to Elise and go, I'm right here with you. Then step up next to her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have dark vision, so I can see just fine. And
You
I'm
can
going
see
to...
dark vision does not work. A creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness.
Except I cast it.
Oh, you cast it, so of course you can see through it. Yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna punch this guy. Now, I have not actually used my unarmed strikes with Key. Do I have to do anything different for it?
I actually don't think you're immune to your own darkness.
I also knew where the thing was. It hasn't moved.
It is
I
not.
don't know. I have no idea.
I think he actually might be right. Magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within 15-foot radius. Through the darkness spreads around corners. A creature with dark vision can't see through the darkness, and non-magical light can't illuminate it. If the point you choose carries being held up, God, illuminated and completely obscured.
Yeah,
no, I don't.
say that.
I don't think it can. Yeah, I think you are now in dark vision, and therefore are technically blind and have disadvantage to attack.
I wouldn't do that then. I wouldn't go
Warlocks
to
can
the
do
thing.
it. That's why.
Yeah, it's warlocks. I play a lot of warlocks in one-shots, and so...
That's fine. I wouldn't go to punch the thing. I would go to start trying to slip through this room, so I'm going to open this door and step in.
Okay.
I didn't know how many things were in that room.
Yeah.
I just know that the big bads aren't in my face right now.
That is also true.
Although
Okay.
For what it's worth, you could still cast darkness in that room to protect Elise somewhat, and then continue doing what you just did.
You mean I continue to have cast darkness to protect Elise somewhat, and now I'm going the way I was going to go to try to go find the other thing we need? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying you didn't cast darkness.
No, definitely still cast darkness.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
I'm just
So
not
you- yeah.
punching the thing.
You've got 30 feet of movement from where you started, if you so choose, which would get you to there.
I'll take here.
Technically, you have 40 because you're a level 11.
I am.
Yeah.
But I would evoke an attack of opportunity from these two dudes who are in here.
No, they are currently... They are stunned.
zoned
They are
out.
seeping, yeah.
All right, they're all woo. Cool. So I'm gonna go up to this door then.
All right.
I'm good.
Zed.
Super confused by what's happening.
Me too. It's cool. I don't understand what's happening either. Go.
Oh, mute.
Yeah. I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna twin cast Firebolt and break both windows.
Nice. It'll do the trick.
And then do the real fast. Do the zombies notice?
I mean, they look at you.
Well, they don't look at me.
Oh,
They
yeah.
look at the windows.
They look at the windows, yeah.
Okay. Whichever window it seems like they're paying slightly less attention to is the window I will go through, even though I'm invisible.
I mean, there's zombies. But yes.
Yeah. So, let's say I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, because I cannot take any more movement since I have taken... Well, I quick cast it, so it became a bonus action. So can I... Yeah, so I will then use my regular action to continue moving. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And...
So this is as far as I get.
Yep.
And I am still invisible, although I can see Etza, presumably, right?
You can see Etza. Doors open. Said it like 5 times. Doors open.
So I see you, but you don't see me. Ha 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 ha. And I see darkness, and I see a confusing pattern, and I see dudes who are wigged out.
Oh no, the pattern's gone. It's a boink, and then it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, that's me.
Okay. You hear Elise? Let's get out of here! Through the kind of muffled darkness around you. It doesn't actually muffle sound, but it's cooler if it does. Yeah. Let's get out of here! As he hops over there. Hey, Necronomicon. Thank you for joining the party. We deeply appreciate it. And Elise, it's your go. You are shrouded in darkness.
Let me see something.
Hey,
That big? Yeah.
he's not stupid. Womp 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 womp. Yay, I'm glad our party today is a little all over the place, which is always healthy for party survival.
We're the best.
After 11 levels, they've only lost 2 PCs. I respect them, but...
Oh, one of them was out of combat. Actually, both of them were out of combat. Neither one.
I'd also like to point out we lost both of them like at level 11.
Yeah.
What can out the window? Oh, actually, wait. Hang on. Let me do one thing real quick.
Yeah.
What was the biggest single hit I took?
It was definitely from the Ouroboros.
So it was like a 15
It
or
was
something
like a
like that?
15, yeah.
Plus something else?
Uh...
Because I didn't make concentration checks for the Arcane Eye.
Oh, yeah. Make a
was
DC...
poison.
Yeah, make 2 DC 10 concentration checks. And you'll be fine. Good, and the second one brings it down.
Okay.
I'm not going to delete it, I'll just put it off to the side. Because we may want
that's
to other
fine.
things. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure if I could still see it that way or not. I gotta be able to see to do that. Let me see one other thing. Do. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Spellcasters.
My turns have been pretty short.
I will back up to here.
Okay.
10. Do I see anything outside? What's that? What do I see? Like this way? Hang on. Or this way? Past, like on either side of the. I assume not back, but I'm looking to
so
see if
yeah,
anybody-
there's an alley to your northeast, right? And it's just kind of full of
Nothing-
shit. But there's nobody over there, no. And
I
then...
don't see anybody over this way yet.
Not yet, no. There's not been enough time.
Okay, so then I'll move to here, and I will hold an action, waiting for what's his nuts to move south.
Okay.
Ready to bring the house, bring the pain if he comes that way.
Okay. Ouroboros, what's his actual name? Sinopcepha. I made it Greek, so he sounded like a fucking horse-headed guy. Cyanopus actually grabs the Afridi, who's like looking around. Nobody can see this, but it's obvious that Cyanopus has true sight, and like leads him up here, and then hops in the back with Barbados. Fen.
We're fun. So a lot has happened since Fen's last turn,
Indeed.
and Fen is unable to interact with most of it. Are there, okay, out of curiosity, because this is somebody's home, right? Are there any plants like in the yard or along the side or anything like that?
It is a plane of fire. There are no plants. There are rock gardens, mostly.
I imagine things like cinder bloom and, you know, like,
No,
like
not really.
ash cacti or something.
No. Lots of rock gardens. Rocks on top of carved things. Yeah.
AstroTurf?
AstroTurf? Ass whose turf?
AstroTurf. There we go. That's what I meant.
Ah.
Okay, hang on then. The range of this is, okay, 300 feet. Well, okay. So, this is gonna get a little tricky. Okay, cool. I'm figuring out a line of sight thing.
Okay.
So, check it. From here, Fen can see through the window
Yes.
to here.
Well, no, there's a wall right here.
There's a window.
There's a wall.
There's a wall.
I can't believe we just did that.
There's
a
to the
window.
window! To the wall!
You'd have to go to the south. That you could do. That you can
Yeah.
see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Wall. Less wall. No wall.
Okay. And then the
Sliver.
and it's a 20-foot radius.
Uh-huh.
Hang on. So from here to, okay, you know what? But the whole point is just to block them in.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fen will cast Ice Storm
Okay.
right here,
Okay.
so as to keep them from leaving.
Ice storm.
So Ice Storm. Here you go.
There
Hang
you
on.
go. Ice storm.
It's
I
that.
know what ice. Yes. Hail of rock hard ice pounds at 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, sun on a point. 2-day potion, 46 cold damage on failed save. Yep.
And they turn into difficult terrain.
Yes.
And so after casting, because that was only 5 feet of movement,
Go ahead. Sorry.
Fen will then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more squares. And that is Fen's turn.
All right. Aganatra. Here. Two of them come busting through the door here. Everybody knows what's going on. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They can't see you. 30.
I am John Cena.
5, 10, 15, 20. Hang on, I gotta read how this rule works so that do they have to see you for this to work? Oh no, you have to see them. Okay, so
What is it?
Etza, Zedrin, Brand, and Fen make me Constitution saving throws.
Not the Constitution saving throw.
Did you say Fen?
Yes.
I don't like you.
How do you like me now?
I like you quite well.
The first one is Fen,
I mean, you're fine, I guess, but
who is apparently fine.
I'm not fine.
Truth.
And the second one was me.
Okay, so Etza, you are the only one this happens to. As you see these two beings of like sand and death move towards you, your body starts to be racked with pain. You are now vulnerable to all damage types.
That's not cool.
As they
No,
make
but
four
I know what
attacks.
I'm gonna do.
Shadow step away.
I'm not in the shadow, am I?
What's your AC?
19?
They will hit twice, one of which is a crit.
Of course
I need
it is.
I need you to make me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
You can do it. You can do it.
All you gotta do is roll 9. Nope, you do not. You are paralyzed as
So
you
all
are
you gotta
racked
do
with
is roll
pain.
9.
I mean, the crit sucks because they do a d4's worth of damage. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5 is. So you're going to take 10 points, 20 points of piercing damage because you're vulnerable. And you fall to the ground, racked with pain, paralyzed. And then the other two attacked Brand and Zed. I'm sorry, Brand and Fed. Brand, what's your AC again?
18.
Hits. 1 hit. DC 13 Constitution saving throw. 15 Constitution saving throw. I can't imagine you failing this ever, but it's DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Just made it. All
just
right.
Barely.
You will take 9, 10, 11 points, 11 half to 5 points of damage. 5 points of damage.
Interestingly, Brand's con save is only 1 point better than mine.
And what's Fenn's AC, real quick?
16.
1 hit. I need Constitution saving throw. Hang on. Constitution saving throw from Fenn. 5, 10. 10 points of damage as one of the claws just rakes up against him. Now, what's up?
That thing that made me vulnerable to everything goes through like my purity of body and like my racial.
It's not a poison. Doesn't care about poison. It's not poison. It's a psychic
but I
effect,
have magic resistance.
It's not magic. It's a special ability.
Okay,
There's no spell casting modifier. It is just what they do.
This is still a new character.
Yeah, these are guards that are literally built to lock down and capture people. It is what they do.
Sean, would you like to explain what magic resistance does?
It allows you to have an advantage on saving throws against magic.
Which apparently this wasn't.
This was not magic. No, this was just a charisma saving throw.
Magic in
charisma
is.
Wait, charisma or constitution?
Constitution. I'm sorry.
Constitution.
Okay.
Magic in D&D is very specifically like shit you cast via spells.
Yes.
Okay.
If it can even be like a magical-ish creature, right? That's doing something normal for it. That doesn't technically count as magic for these kinds of purposes.
Is this thing causing me to be charmed or frightened?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then I'm screwed.
Lots of things will cause you to be charmed and frightened, but these are these are a very special guard. Not built to nerf anyone's character at all in mind. Just a very special guard. I've been wanting to use for a long time. Brand, it's your go.
It is okay. So Brand doesn't really know what's happened all over, like on the other side of the house. But he does know that they kept saying that we have to be in the building. So Brand's actually going to disengage and go inside.
Okay. They will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Disengage. I'm disengaged.
Oh, I'm sorry. Disengage, not move away. Yeah, you're good. Disengaged.
So I'm gonna get inside. I'm gonna see more of these guys.
Two of them are just. You see Etza on the ground, writhing in pain.
That's my new friend. Stop it.
So disengage is your action. So you would still have a bonus action if you wanted it.
I can't think of anything that I could do for the bonus action that would be helpful. So.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. You hear a back up, and the Afridi very slowly starts trying to back up the whole shebang here.
I centered my darkness on that guy.
It doesn't
move. No, it does move with him.
It does, indeed.
Really?
So the darkness is falling now.
Yeah, it's something on his person.
It is on his person. Is it a spell? Is it a concentration?
No, it mimics the effect of a spell. It's not actually a spell.
Okay, sweet.
So you have to still do concentrate though.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that anywhere in the effect.
But if it mimics the spell you have to concentrate to mimic duration concentration up to 10 minutes.
What does the actual ability say?
I'm looking at darkness.
You're a Way of the Shadow monk.
It just lets you cast the spell darkness, then.
Yeah, it just lets me cast it. It's
So if
so
you
cast
Shadow Act
it-
says You can use your key to duplicate the effects of certain spells. As an action, you spend 2 keys to cast Darkness, Dark Vision, Pass Without Trace, or Silence without providing material components.
Okay,
You cast it.
spell
Because
dark.
you cast it, you need to make a...
Concentration?
You do.
Just-
You'll need to
just
make 2 because you got hit. You'll need to make
does.
1 because you only got hit once.
Where
so
is
you'll need-
concentration?
The
It is a
check.
Constitution saving throw. Or it is a Constitution check.
Saving. I don't remember now.
Yeah, now I'm confused because we both said it.
I
Yeah.
know.
Wait, who's right? I don't know.
It
We
says
do these all the
concentration,
time.
not constitution.
Yes, concentration is an effective constitution. Like your
2 or 3, 2 or 4.
constitution affects your ability to concentrate.
Helps
Yeah.
if I could spell today too. That would also.
All right. A DC equals 10 minus half the damage. I think he only did like 8 points of damage to you, so as long as you didn't, you're good. You didn't roll below a 10, so you're fine.
Okay.
You were still able to hold it. What you hear is the horse directing this guy to back up because he's the only one with true sight, and that's it. Etza, he can't
Wait,
move
True
more than
Sight
15.
sees through it?
True sight sees through everything.
It's a much higher level spell.
Yeah. It's actually not a spell in this case, but yes.
But
Etza, you can make me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw to try and shake off the effects of the ouchies. You are still on the ground, racked in pain. Zedrin.
okay.
Wait, if you're paralyzed, go, do your thing. Do your thing, I'm gonna look something up.
You have to be incapped or killed to drop concentration.
Copy that. There you go. Zedrin.
There are 3 conditions that make you lose concentration.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something. This back door, because I can see it. Does this go to the back, like, to the backyard?
It does. It goes to the backyard. The backyard, yes. The back rock garden, indeed.
Because this path is now fucked. So,
Yes.
one, two.
You see a giant glob of darkness. No, you actually don't see it yet because there's a
Yeah. Nope, double move. Man, it's been a lot of boring turns today.
I'm sorry.
Well, now I see the giant glowing or anti-glowing blob of darkness.
You do.
Um,
You hear from just... Oh, anything else?
Well, I'm trying to decide if I want to quicken cast a bonus.
Oh, for a bonus
something.
action? Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the thing no one can see into and you have disadvantage to cast it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's my issue. I think for now, it's an observe and report situation.
Sure.
I'm good.
Sure. All right. All you hear is the nurse kind of going, "Get us out of here! Get us out of here! Come on!" Kind of through the darkness. But in all other ways, no. Nope. Frustrated with the situation, you hear this kink as these metal boots hit the ground, and then there's this kind of undead sort of whinny from inside the darkness. Takes his action to do that. So he's got like 20 feet of movement. And busting out 5, 10, 15, 20 on this like flaming
follows
horse.
him.
Oh yeah, the darkness follows him. You
God
actually
damn
just see the darkness come this way. And does it come that way? It does not. It actually comes this way as he runs into the wall. You hear this... I roll randomly for people in darkness to see which way they go because
Sure.
they can't see. Yeah. Especially he's been like in a cart and it's been moving around and yeah. He just, damn it! And then, yeah, that's his whole go. Elise.
Let's see. Let me check my range here. So the
Well, I know what I'm doing next turn.
5.
Elise, don't steal this kill. Actually, that's fine. There will still be plenty to do. I need more ice. I'll do
How
it.
is it? feel when she's the one that did 83 points of damage?
I was gonna say, yeah, not your kill. Yes,
Hey,
stop whining.
as the person who has been pickle jar loosener quite a lot.
No, I'm the main pickle jar.
I was gonna say, go get your ice.
And
Jesus.
What's the radius of the darkness?
15 feet. So technically it's to there. And to there. This is a mild approximation given my terrible drawing skills of 15 feet.
I wouldn't do much better, so.
Yeah, it's close. It's close, mostly.
Yeah,
Mostly.
yeah.
Mostly.
Mhm.
It may weave in and out like a drunk child, but it's mostly there. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, if I
Mostly just
move,
this little part.
fine. If I move to this window, I can see the sphere, right? Like, can I see
You can see the darkness, indeed. You
Well, I
can.
mean, you
I
could
see
see it
past
right
the
here.
edge of it to see this edge?
What are you looking at? Oh,
Hang on, let me see, because I want to see if I can see, because I'm trying to figure out where I can actually place something and not. Hang on, let me see something.
For the folks at home, today is brought to you by Southern Comfort.
and bad decision making.
I have been remarkably conservative.
Okay, so I can see a point just past the edge of it, right here, where this,
Yeah.
like, right up there.
Yeah.
All right, let me do some quick math.
I'd also like to point out that no, Brand hasn't actually done anything stupid yet.
I know.
Yeah.
I was very other than asking to sell cookies at the front door. You've been incredibly not. I don't know. Not brand is not fair, but
Let me compare something real quick.
Today's been a pretty okay day for the OG crew.
The atypical crew. The atypical behaviors.
All right, so I'm going to cast Vitriolic Sphere then, right up on that corner, which
okay.
is a 20-foot radius, which beats this 15-foot. Because I can't
It
see.
sure
I can't cast
does.
it there. So I'm going to go up. It's going to be right up here. No, right up. I think right up. Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so that it doesn't hit that.
Okay.
What is vitriolic sphere?
I've tested it.
I still don't remember what it is.
It's a globe of poison.
It's a poison fireball, sort of.
Yep.
And
Or
essentially
acid,
like that.
rather.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, or 10d4 acid damage, and another 5d4 at the end of there. Dexterity is. And what's your DC?
17.
Okay. He failed, and then the horse failed, and then the horseman
Fucking do it.
made it, and then the Afridi failed. So only the horseman made it. Man of horse made it. Oh, but he's immune to poison, so he doesn't care. But everybody else takes 23 points of damage.
It's acid, not poison.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
23.
So he's not
okay.
immune, in theory.
He is not
This is
immune to
a-
acid.
It's all sorts of shit.
He's immune to a number of things, just not.
That.
Yeah. 11. And minus 23. Okay, sweet. Nice. Nice. Oh, actually, the Afridi's not in the area of effect. There you go. Sweet. Anything else?
No, that's fine.
All right. The Ouroboros just says, I've had enough of this. Hops off. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That'll do.
He's still invisible.
Yeah,
True Sight doesn't give a shit.
Oh, True Sight sees through it, huh?
He's got True Sight.
True Sight is stupid.
Yeah, and he's gonna make 4 attacks against. Oh, he also has innate spellcasting.
For what it's worth, I haven't done shit.
You are the only person he can see. He is upset with all of you.
How would he know? I could be here to help.
He's gonna cast Eye Bite actually on you. He's gonna sit there and he's gonna cast Eye Bite at you. Because I've never cast it before, and I want to.
What does Eye Bite do?
We're about to tell you. Eye Bite. Alright, so it is a necromancy spell. You will need to make me a DC 18 wisdom save.
That's an absurdly high spell check these days. Okay.
You've got to be asking yourself, who's the bigger threat in this scenario, now that you're learning what you've learned. It is a 6th level necromancy spell.
So you said it's a what level?
DC 18.
What save, sir?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Yes, sir.
Ah!
Nice. Yeah. And he just looks at you angrily after that. For a moment, you feel sleepy. And then you wake back up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that enough for me to know that someone can fucking see me?
Yes. You were obviously just targeted by a spell.
Alright. Keeping an eye on that motherfucker.
And he's actually going to walk up this way anyways, because fuck it. Because he can. Fen.
Hey, guy. Come with me if you want to live.
I just actually zoomed in. That guy's icon is still ridiculous.
Yeah, right. He's an angry purple horse with smoke coming out of his mouth and a giant flail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's into pony play.
He's totally into It's Fensko.
Is he a brony?
Well, you see, he's an earth pony.
Oh my god. No. 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 No.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I watched the first 2.5
3.
seasons of that shit.
You watched all 3.
Alright. We're gonna not talk about anything My Little Pony related right now in this
Fluttershy's a
game.
perfectly valid character.
Actually, the most entertaining
God.
gameplay of horror games I've ever seen.
I swear to God, I have no control over my own group. It's like I'm not even the DM. It's like, don't talk, please, for the love of God, focus on combat and don't talk about My Little Pony, but Fluttershy. Oh.
Fluttershy plays Bendy and screams, and it's
I stopped.
Fen, it's your go.
I'm sorry for what I started.
I'm pretty sure if the player of Fen was here, we'd have a longer conversation.
You can only take the disengage action if you have something that lets you do that, right?
Nope, anybody can do it.
Okay, how does the disengage action work?
You take your action to move up to 60 feet away from whatever is scaring you, and nothing can make an attack of opportunity.
You disengage as your action, and then any
Yes.
movement you do does not provoke an attack
Oh
of
yeah,
opportunity.
yeah. So you'll still get 30 feet of movement, but you won't get 60 because you can't dash. That is correct. But no movement you take provokes an attack of opportunity.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is that really as far as we can get? Hang on, let me see.
30 feet, brother. How?
Brother.
30. Yep.
You
Okay.
run a game of D&D. How are you surprised by how far you can move after a year of playing and then DMing for the last 2 months? I just want to
I
know.
think no. It's because he has to walk. That's,
Yeah, it really is. Like, I normally...
This is the game that Barrick had been playing the entire 11 levels that we've been playing. Is constantly everyone going, "I'm over there, I'm over there," and Barrick's like, "Shit, I gotta walk." All right, here I come.
Yeah. Because I don't know what kind of sensors this town has, so I'm not going radiant flying around.
Mm-hmm.
I was already talking to Sean, though, yesterday. Like, we all know it's just a clock. Like, there's a countdown timer to some
on when you
unknown
go
point,
radiant.
at which
It's like the
point...
doomsday clock. We just moved 1 minute closer.
Yeah. Every time some guy rolls up on me, that moves the clock forward a little bit as to when I finally decide to go, fuck it. Radiant.
Yep. Okay. So, anything else from Fen?
No.
He has a bonus action. Yeah. Okay. Agantris, and Gatra, I should say, and Gatras. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There you go. All right. So this is going to be really sad for Etza. I get 4 attacks at advantage.
Right there.
Brand is clearly the bigger threat.
They have orders. And Brand's going to get attacked too, but they have orders. That'll be 1 hit from the first guy. 1 hit from the second guy. You are vulnerable to this damage. It was very... Yeah, you're vulnerable to this damage. So the first one is 20 points of damage. The second one is... 6, 7. Plus 5 is 13. 26 points of damage.
For how long is that vulnerability effect?
Until Etza shakes it off. She has to, when she makes her save to no longer be paralyzed, she's also no longer vulnerable.
I'm entirely fucked.
The Ezras are gone, so I can, well, the one is just, unless we go 10 rounds, and we're in round 4, 5, we're in round 5, so he can shake it off at some point. 1 Agantra attacks Brand, 2 attacks. 1 hit. I need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
From who?
From Brand.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna use my luck to reroll that.
Okay.
That's better.
They're essentially walking stun batons, is what they are. Okay, you make it. You take 4 plus 5 is 9, 4 points of damage. And then 2 attacks against Fen. Oh, man, another crit. That is like my 7th crit tonight. Some of them were like on, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, but alright, so I need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw from Fen. For 3, 6, 9, 10, 11.
Fen does not make it.
16. Fen drops to the ground, paralyzed in pain. And takes 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 points of damage. Brand.
Alright. Brand's last mission on his mind, but his friend is in trouble. His new friend.
Yea, verily.
He's gonna let him fit in the pit, so he's gonna keep wailing. He's going to do hit the one that's closest to Etsy.
Okay.
Concentrate on the darkness.
Wait, Etsy?
It's a hit for 21. And a hit for 14.
Alright. You're like,
Anything
leave
else?
my new friend alone. She's the one that makes the cookies we tried to sell you.
The Afridi looks kind of confused, and nobody told him to do anything else, and he is obviously a stupid servant type and not like a high-functioning thinker, so he tries to continue to bring the cart backwards, because he doesn't really know what else to do. Because nobody told him to do anything else.
They have a brand too.
That's a give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'll just sit here.
I'm sorry. You are no longer prone and paralyzed with pain.
Why?
The hits still happen, but it only, after the first time it happens, they can't keep doing it. And it wears off. Yeah.
Okay, so I can get up?
You were prone, but you were no longer paralyzed, and you were no longer vulnerable to damage. Because it only lasts until the end of their next turn.
Cool, I really wish I had a health potion. It's half of my movement to stand up?
Yeah.
It is half of your movement to stand up.
Cool. And can poison spray hit more than one target?
Why would the darkness have dropped?
Didn't you make a concentration check from getting hit?
Oh no, I need you another concentration check. This one needs to be a 12. You're good. Okay, it's still up. Yeah.
Jesus. That's when I make a fine.
Bwap.
Don't
All right.
care.
So you are up. You are you are in pain, but you're no longer racked to the point of paralyzation.
Cool. But I want to take a step back so it won't hit Bran because it only has 10 feet.
You will take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Oh, right.
Hey,
Can hit Brand. Brand
quick
probably won't.
question for
He'll smile as the
Portia.
like, you'll be like, yay, poison, yay.
you're a tiefling, correct?
I'm a Yuan-Ti.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Hi. Snake person.
That's right, I forgot. I was like, why isn't he using Hellish Rebuke?
I wonder why. Actually.
This got out of hand, guys.
What does minor illusion do?
Creates a minor illusion.
I don't.
That is obvious. I mean, it's an illusion. You know what those are. This is a small one that is obviously an illusion upon any sort of close inspection. It has
Okay,
no
well,
weight
that doesn't
or
help.
density or sound to it. It just is a thing that looks like a thing.
You know
You'd be
what?
like, ooh, look at this pretty diamond, and then they try to grab it and their hand goes through it and they're like, oh, illusion.
Sorry, I'm looking through my options here. I would like to attempt to stunning strike this jerk bag.
Roll
So
the
I
hit.
do my unarmed attack.
Yeah. Hits, crits, nicely done.
Okay, and then
You get
target
more-
must succeed on a con save. I don't know what.
Rolled a natural 19, so it's not going to matter.
Okay, so the stunning strike doesn't happen.
But you do get at least one more attack.
Right, because I always do.
Yeah.
Shabam.
Also hits for 11. It's weird when you hit them. It's like if you've ever like played in wet sand, right? And you kind of step into it and it, right? That's what it feels like when you like punch these guys. It's almost as if their body is composed of
Sand.
incredibly
Felt like
ancient.
a bag of sand.
It felt like a bag of sand. Yes. Anything else, Etza?
I'm double checking real quick. Where's cast without trace? Sorry,
Pass
there's-
Without a Trace gives everyone a +10 as long as they're within 30 feet of you on stealth checks for the duration of the spell.
Okay, well that doesn't make much sense.
Okay, anything else?
Darkness?
You already cast
Maybe.
Darkness. You're already holding a concentration spell.
So I can't do 2.
Nope.
Okay, still learning the magic parts.
It's all good. It's all good. New character, level 11, makes it harder to learn.
Just a bit.
Which is why new characters should start at level 1. You'll level up quickly with a level 11 party. If you survive the Crucible. Anything else?
Suggestion? What is suggestion?
So you've already made your full round action for this turn.
Okay, and suggestion would be not a bonus action, it would be a whole thing.
Is it a bonus action? Does it say
I'm-
bonus action?
Nah,
I'm reading.
Okay.
it's just right up. It's like a,
Yeah.
No, it's con. It's concentration anyway, so I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm okay then.
Okay.
I'm just looking real wobbly still.
Zed.
Sorry, I was entranced by something. Okay, so there's this guy here,
Yes.
and he can see me.
Yeah.
I'm not
He
a big
looks-
fan of that.
Beef-tastic, too. There's no part of him that doesn't look like he could murder a bitch for just looking at him wrong.
Like, you thought Brand had muscles. This guy has muscles Brand never even thought of before.
his muscles have muscles.
Yes.
His muscles have muscles.
He's hung like Brand, not in the sense he has the same penis size. His penis is the size of
It's
Brand.
Brandon.
He's branded.
Oh,
It's actually that's a stomp attack. It's not.
I
Really.
love it. I love us.
that was gross.
Zed.
Hey, he's already purple.
This guy's gonna give me a Roman helmet.
He's uncircumcised too.
Gross.
It's like a tentacle on it.
I just kind of put it on like a rag or something, just like. All right.
What are we actually
if you
doing?
grab hold of it, it'll probably
Village
hurt.
community, us all. All right. So I mean, I don't want this guy alive. But
Well, I mean, that's up to you.
I
He
care
does-
marginally less about him than I do the other guy.
Factual.
So hang on.
Oh, it's
I
not
think
that one.
that what we're going to be doing is casting probably a fireball, probably a leveled up fireball,
Greatness, stupid horse face hole.
something like that. Yeah. That's a 20-foot radius, as opposed to. Come here. Foot radius. Okay.
We're very thinky today.
That's one word for it.
Oh, shoosh.
Very unlike us.
No, Brand, you're fine. I hit things twice.
Yeah.
Everyone else is a spellcaster.
Yeah, but all the rest of my spells are turns till this point have been chill.
Go! Just go! Just do what you're gonna do!
I am casting Vitriolic Sphere.
Another one.
Yup.
Sploosh! Wait for it!
Well, this
Sploosh!
is my first time.
Yes.
We're going to cast it as a level 5.
Love it.
So it does an additional 2d4 damage.
Love it.
So it's DC 16.
Yeah.
And that is a...
Fails. 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 They all fail. Just roll damage. And then there will be
Sweet.
follow-on damage.
Okay, cool.
Next turn. And when their turns come up, they're going to be taking extra damage from
The last vitriolic
the
sphere.
last vitriolic sphere. That is correct. So give me damage. Give me 37. All right. Minus 37. Minus 37. And he's actually in this one, so he takes this. Give it to me. Thank you. Minus 37. Doink. All right. Just as acid splooshes everywhere on those guys.
Yeah. And then they'll take additional damage next turn.
Yes, they'll also be taking additional damage this turn.
And then... Nope.
Nope.
I wanted to have another thing, but I don't. So...
Okay. It's the Narzagons go. You're not moving or
I'm just
anything?
gonna be
Okay.
standing right in front of him, and he's gonna do some shit.
All right, so he finally figures out which way he needs to go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. He runs into a wall over here because he's still covered in darkness.
Yay!
He also takes whatever the follow-on damage is. Elise.
Second.
And I'm going to give it to the Orberus now so I don't forget. Okay, sweet. And then Elise, it's your go. As you see, for a moment, everything's dark. And then it's suddenly not dark again. As darkness has come by you.
Second.
On a horse.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm gonna have to walk a puppy here real quick. So,
You will take a break in a second.
okay, cool. I will. Which is the left window or the right window open? Which one's open?
The right one.
Yeah, that's the one that Etza opened.
So from the staff of power, I'm gonna spend 5 charges
Sure.
to cast wall of force in a bubble around Horse Boy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Which is 1 second. We check the radius. wall for, I think it's 15 or 10. What is it? 10-foot radius.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hemispherical dome or sphere. The radius, I put him in a bubble. Punk.
So that would be here. Okay.
Yep. So I put him in a bubble. And I roll out the window
Yeah.
so I can keep an eye on Darkness Boy here and just chill, I guess.
Spells can be cast through Wall of Force or not.
Depends.
So, I think it counts as blocking line of sight.
It does not block line of sight. I'll look it up in a second. When it's his go, I'll look it up, which is next. So.
I know that wall of flame does.
Nothing can physically pass through the wall.
Yeah.
So if you can cast something that's created on the other side of it, you're fine. But if it's a ray, you can't. I don't think you can shoot something through it. If that makes sense.
It does make sense.
The point of origin is outside the thing, then you're fine. Otherwise, you have to.
All right. Anything else, Elise?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
And going AFK.
Okay. We got 2 more goes before, and I need to look something up here. 10-foot radius, invisible sphere of anti-magic surrounds it. Series divorced from magical and within that spells can't cast them until the spell ends. The sphere moves centered on you. Spells and other magical effects, except those created by an artifact or deity, are suppressed in the sphere and can't produce anyone to slay. I'm trying to figure out any active spell or other magical effect on a creature or object in the sphere. Okay, yeah, he's going to cast anti-magic field on himself to suppress the
Counterspell.
yeah. Oh, okay. It is a... What level are you going to cast it at?
As a level 5.
Okay. Make me an Arcana... Is it an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm reading it. I make an ability check using my spellcasting ability.
There you go.
10 plus the spell's level.
I know what the DC is.
Okay.
I don't know what that noise is, though.
Yeah, that was
Sorry.
weird.
Hit me up, brother.
Hang on 1 sec.
Rolled it.
Huh? I haven't rolled anything.
I know.
No, I have a feat, I think, that affects this, and I'm just double checking to see if I'm right or not. I am wrong. Okay.
Okay.
Fuck.
The Wall of Force is suppressed.
Hang on,
And-
because... Oh, damn it. Mike's not here. Because he also has counterspell.
Okay, why don't we take our break now?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, we'll be back in a moment with more with more gaming. Brought to you by the wonderful people at Welcome to the Party. We'll be right back. People, we're on our way back. We're back. All right, so we're back. Elise has an opportunity, if she chooses to attempt to dispel or counterspell the anti-magic field just popped off by Ouroboros. Or Ouroboros. Because words.
Sure, I'll try.
Give it a go. Spellcasting modifier plus d20.
Hang on 1 second. Can I make an arc? Do I know? Is there any way I can figure out what spell level that is, but an Arcana check?
I feel like it's too quick, right? Like you feel it going off. Because it's a bonus action. You know, nobody's ever asked that before. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Team, what do we think?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I have to cast it at a higher level because I'm out of 3rd level spells at the moment. So
okay. I will tell you immediately that the force of this spell is pretty high.
Okay, then I'm just going to cast it.
It's highly charged.
I'm going to cast it at 3rd level. Sorry, 4th level, and just make the spell. Make the attempt. Okay, so it's plus my casting modifier.
Mm-hmm.
It's a casting ability check.
So just an int roll, effectively.
Yep.
Hang on 1 second. Nope.
You feel your magic suppressed around it. But that's its whole go. Other than movement, which it doesn't really want to do, except to adjust itself so it can fight both of you, which it could do where it is, so it doesn't need to move at all. All right. Fen. Fen is no longer prone. Or is no longer racked with
Fen.
pain.
I'm Fen.
You're
Sorry.
Fen. Fen can get back up.
Yeah. Fen is deciding. Hang on. Sorry, I had a totally different plan initially. I'm gonna go with Vaz's typical favorite and cast. Okay, does this thing seem to have a brain?
It does. It did talk to you earlier. It seems sentient.
Okay, good. Okay. Fen is going to pick a point 10 feet roughly behind the bad guy.
Yeah.
And cast Confusion.
Okay. And that'll be a wisdom saving throw for the Angatra.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it went everywhere, but it rolled an 8, so it failed its wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Okay.
Fen will then use half of his movement to stand up.
Yup.
You said that was Anti-Magic Field, right, is what he cast?
Yes.
Yeah, it's bad news bears. Out of curiosity...
You pass out?
All of my magical items turn off, which means I don't have my temporary hit points from my amulet.
Does it actually turn off magic items as well?
It turns off everything that isn't created by a deity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns off.
It's a super high level spell for us.
Yep.
I'm on the ground.
You see at least pass out.
I guess I'm visible.
And you were visible. Not that... Yes.
Yeah.
You were visible. Kill one guy! Steal one thing!
Okay, so Fen casts Confusion, stands up, and then will... Let me see.
He is definitely confused.
Great. 1, 2, 3. Just walks away.
Yeah, bye. Okay, that Angatra, go ahead and roll me a d10. Don't roll a 9 or a 10. It's that Angatra's go, so roll me a d10.
Oh, okay, all right.
6.
6.
Doesn't do shit.
take
Just
action.
stands there. Okay. So at this point, now that you're up, Etza, only one of the Angatra is going to attack you with his claws. Rolls an 18 and a 19, though. So that's 5. So it's 10 points of damage from the first attack.
Evasion that down to 5. I am at 1 hit point.
Okay, and so the second one also hits you. 3,
Cool,
4.
I'm down.
Yeah, you are down. And then the other 2 attack. Oh god, 2 of you are down. You now see the 2. Brand, you see Etza go down. The other 2 Angatra attack you. For 2 hits.
Actually,
2d4 plus 5.
Okay.
Okay. 2d4 plus 5. So 3, 8, down to 4. And 3, 8, down to 4. So a total of 8 damage, and give me a Constitution saving throw. You're good.
That is the thing that I do.
And Brand.
Okay. When Zed left this room, did Zed leave the door open, or did?
Yes, door's open.
All right. So I can kind of see what's going on, the things that are happening at the
There's combat out there. You
I feel
can't
like
see.
It's too late for me to help Etza, so. Like, I mean, obviously I can't see that guy because darkness pulled off there, but I can see the things are happening out there, and Etza's down, right?
Yeah, Etza's down. Yep.
So there's nothing I can do for her right now, so I'm going to.
Yep.
I'm going to disengage and run.
Okay. As you run out the door, you see Elise is also down.
35, 40, I guess. Yeah. I can see him. All I know is there's a block of darkness up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, no more darkness. Elise is down.
Oh.
Etza's down. Yeah.
I will come up to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. Because I used disengage back.
Yeah, he is also on a horse. I just didn't put it down.
That's
Ifriti, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't think he can move any further than 30. Let me check. He might be able to move 40.
So
He can move 40.
Did he figure out that maybe vacuum cart isn't the only thing he should be doing?
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with this. Creature objects say he's not summoned by magic. He's not carrying a magic weapon. He's not carrying a magic weapon. Although I will say it does not do its fire damage. And he makes 2 scimitar attacks against Zed. What's your AC? Your mom.
18.
18. It's 18, so 1 hit. It's gonna be 1 hit.
Okay.
For 2d6 plus 6. 7 plus 6 is 13, and that's it. Etza, I need a death saving throw. You stabilize immediately. You are immediately stabilized.
At 0?
At 0 hit points. You are unconscious, but stabilized.
Okay.
Is that Elise is falling down next to you. And all of your magic items are turned off.
Yeah. I yell to Brand, trade me. And then I will disengage.
Okay. I like it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. 5.
Yeah. The Narzagon is going to try and get away. Because he's fucked up. And you will get, Brand, you will get an attack of opportunity. Zed, you will get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I am allowed to cast spells with my attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, you are.
Me first.
Yep.
Who, me first?
No, he walked me first.
Yeah. I
23. 23 points of damage. All right. And then Zed?
Okay, I didn't hear you say anything. If you did,
I didn't, but you both.
magic
Okay.
items working here?
You're outside 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yep, they work.
I didn't know what the radius.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Disintegrate.
Okay. It's a what saving throw? Doesn't matter. He rolled a 1. Tell me how this guy disintegrates.
He, as he's running, he just tumbles in dust as his momentum carries like the wispy trail as he goes, a la Thanos.
I was gonna say,
I actually haven't seen that movie yet, but that's okay.
That movie ruined the spells.
So as he starts riding away, you just see this, and like he burns away, armor and all, as the horse also disappears, and clattering to the ground is this tack, this bridle. And
I turn to the Jin and go, "Fuck off!"
Actually,
Try to look
as he dies, it's the Orbrus's go next, and he says, "Parlay."
All right. As I walk over and grab the tack.
And he turns his spell off. He turns his anti-magic field off. No. Elise will need to make some death saving throws when Elise gets back.
Oh, was Elise AFK?
Yeah, Elise had puppy duty.
Oh.
Okay, that's a little too much for me. We'll just go back to ambient. Okay. He says parlay.
Fine.
Fine, we can party.
No, we're dealing. We're dealing. Grant, can you check on the... Grab Elise, pull Elise back, please.
Okay.
You pull Elise back.
I'll pull Elise back.
And I'll cast a healing word at Elise.
Okay.
So, no, like, a minimum of 3 hit points.
Yeah.
Did anything else happen? Did like the medulla argata's like stop attacking or anything, or are they still?
Yeah, they actually come walking out this way. Except for the confused one who just kind of randomly bumps into walls and stuff.
Right.
Until it wears off.
Here, I'll roll the d4, so hang on.
It's fine.
1d4.
4 points of damage. Healed. Remind
7
Elise.
total.
Yeah, 7. Remind Elise when Elise gets back. The large horse-like being comes up to you and goes, "What is it you want?"
This, my friends, that's really most of it. Your head a little bit, but frankly, that was optional.
It was a low priority.
Ledger.
Oh, yeah, we do need to check through the house. We need the ledger.
Oh, I can't let you have that.
Oh, party's over.
We're trying to parlay. So there's no can't. There's just prices.
Look, you killed my boss. That means I'm the boss now. I don't want to die a minute into being my own boss.
Okay. Can you make me a better offer?
That ledger's important to the business I run. I let you have it. Somebody else kind of offer you one.
So, and hang on one sec. Actually, why are we talking to we're killing this guy for the other dude so that we can get what again?
The information on how to get to Barrick's soul.
Thank you.
Yes.
Because it's the prince of something that we heard about, right?
You know it is being transferred to you, but the woman who you talked to, Fahima, said she thinks she knows who is currently holding it until it gets transferred. And there was all this talk about, like, you can't technically transfer a paladin's soul directly to a devil unless that paladin was already lawful evil. It actually, there's like a celestial, like, cooldown time before that sort of thing can happen. And so this person acts as an intermediary for all sorts of souls and trafficking and things like that.
Okay.
And she seemed to know who it was.
So look, we're here because we need information. Someone else is going to give us information. they wanted in return for that information this tack, that ledger, and optionally your head.
But definitely his head.
Absolutely. So, negotiation. Are you able to give us information of the same kind?
I know a lot of things.
Do you know who deals in paladin souls?
1 second. I know someone who deals in a bunch of different types of souls.
I don't know that that's the same thing.
Hang on a sec. Oh, he does have that at will. I need to look up one thing, because I think this will allow him to answer in the positive.
I'm trying to tell Zed to do a thing without telling Zed to do a thing. Because, oh my god, the talker is forgetting how to talk.
No, I'm not. He hasn't done anything I wanted to do that for yet.
Come, sit down with me for a moment. And he just kind of plops himself down. He pulls out this bag. It's a large kind of leather bag. And he shakes it. He shakes it. He opens it up. Says, I want you to pull out 4 bones. And just drop them on the ground from where you're sitting. Directly in between us.
Insight. Do I think these bones are going to destroy me somehow?
Make an insight check.
Yep.
No, it seems like this is some sort of augury or something.
Yeah. Okay. I will grab 4 bones and do as he said.
Okay. Clink on the ground. Grab another clink. Having been around enough death and destruction by this point, these are human bones. Or at least...
Not my favorite thing, but...
Bones of a sentient race. Of a humanoid size. And as they clink, he looks at them, and you see his yellow eyes cover over in black. And then for a moment, it almost looks like there's stars in them. And he looks up at you. And he says, what you seek is in the citadel of Bayat al-Bazan.
Okay, I feel like I missed a whole lot.
Yeah.
You did. Anybody want to fill Elise in?
Yeah.
You guys couldn't wait for... I had to walk the...
Oh, I didn't know.
I said I had to go AFK again.
So, Mike, you actually just came back at the real point?
Yeah, because you just got healed back up. Zedrin killed the guy. You got healed back up. Horsehead guy said parlay. And then parlay's been for like 2 minutes.
So the conversation that we were having was, because this guy won't give us the ledger. So the conversation that we were having was, well, okay, if you're not going to give us the ledger, can you give us the information that we're actually here to get instead? Since that's really our purpose. Because we don't necessarily care who we get the info from. We just need the info.
I thought we had to murder this guy and the ledger was bonus. Do we care about anything else after that?
Was bonus
So, yeah.
From his horse.
You're muted still.
The tack was what we had to get.
Which we have.
Which we have after Fallen Paladin.
And killing that guy.
Yeah, and killing that guy, which both have been accomplished. Yes, the ledger is optional, but he was trying to get it anyways. And so he offered a parlay for it, so we're dealing with it. I'm still passed out in the house by myself, but you know.
I would imagine Fen would have found you by this point and dropped a healing word on you so that you're at least up.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, how much? Oh.
D4 plus 3.
Yeah, minimum 7. Or minimum 5. Hang on.
Okay, so everywhere is people are where we are standing, and I are we
Yes.
inside the are we inside
Well, it's
or
more
outside
like
of
these guys
the
right
magic
here.
field?
There is no anti-magic field. He dropped his weapons and dropped his magic.
Okay.
And you were
Yep.
healed for 7 plus whatever your amulet of health gives you when it's on.
Well, and I get a hit point every 10 minutes, no matter what.
Yes.
So you just got 8.
Yep.
I I don't know in what state. I don't know. It depends on what happens when my con drops and my con comes back, and then I get healed. I don't know.
You get those hit points back when your con comes back.
What? How many hit points? The difference between my current con and my old con?
I would guess, yeah. That's a good question because it doesn't happen all that often.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for now, we'll just rule it as the difference between the two.
I'm just gonna add 7 to what I had because it also matters for my contingency, because my contingency would go off if my hit points are under 10.
Okay. What is your contingency?
You have to find out. It's on my character sheet.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'll look on your character sheet. It's fine.
The rest of us have to find out is what he meant.
Yeah.
You already know because you can look at his dang sheet.
Yeah, now I'm fascinated, and I have to know. But
It's in my stats. Contingency spell is listed in the right box on the front page.
okay.
And what I have it currently set to is tagged.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
All
we're
right.
parlaying for.
Yes. Okay, that's awesome. I love it.
So all right. So what is this position then?
So he doesn't want to give us the ledger because he's about to be the boss of this group. And he doesn't want to die immediately after becoming boss because someone else has the ledger and has information against him. It being an optional goal for us anyway, but me not letting him in on that fact is good for us because now we have like the thing we actually needed, which is attack, and this guy's version of events that we can now use the other person's point of view to check against.
Essentially 2 sources of information.
Right.
Okay. I mean,
So what did he say again?
He was just about to cast an augury.
Well, he did.
And we could, well, hang on, because it sounded like Elise might want to be in on that a little bit. We can take a step before the augury.
I just wanted to know what happened. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
I'm caught up.
Sweet. Yeah, and so he casts the bones that Zed had dropped on the ground and says, I believe what you're looking for is in the Citadel of Bayat al-Bazan. And then his eyes clear again.
Okay. Hey, I'm good. You need anything? Us leaving, I assume?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay, we're on that.
Okay.
If you need...
Do you need any proof that that guy's dead? Because you kind of disintegrated him. I'm
I've got the tack. That's it. I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
No. No.
What?
Behemoth will want proof. Yes, what proof can you give us, please?
Wait, hang on.
I used this entire time without saying her name.
We already established what we needed as proof before we left. What did she say? In the Wayback Machine, in our memories. What did she say?
Yeah. She said either a head or some physical proof of his death. Something close to him.
Words, right?
Portia, you make a bad criminal.
So can we just pick up his dust?
Pretty sure he knew who it was.
Is that good
No.
enough?
He actually looked surprised when you said that. You could, so he'll offer to give you like one of his rings from his room upstairs or something. These are like hard-bitten criminals. He doesn't care that guy died. He just wants to make sure he lives to keep business afloat.
Yeah, and that's where I was going to go. Oh, by the way, since you were a little surprised by that, don't fuck with her.
I'm not making that promise. Blood for blood.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't care. So,
Yeah.
ring's good. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
And this tack. All right, peace.
Later. And after he goes up, he gets the ring, he gives it to you guys, and then they go back inside and start cleaning up the horrible, horrible mess that was made here.
The ice will melt pretty soon.
I assume very soon in this place.
Pretty quickly. Wow, guys, wow.
When I go for
Okay,
a destination mission for somebody, you don't tell the person who you're working for.
Oh, he seemed to want to live. I figured give him a fair chance.
No, you just fuck Fahima. You screwed her over. You should warn her that you did that.
Counterpoint, you should not tell her that you fucked.
Well, it depends on how she feels about the importance of friendship.
Well, seeing as I'm trying to fucking leave, do I really do that?
You really want to motivate yourself to
Yeah,
really
how
achieve
many
that goal?
people can we burn on the way out?
I mean, I'd love to.
Isn't there a burning bridge already here somewhere? I feel like.
Oh, there must be.
I think most of the bridges are.
What do they say? What is their colloquial term for that then? Ice over the bridge?
Oh man, you just froze that magma.
No, disintegrate usually works pretty well.
I guess.
All right. So what are you guys doing? You have
I'm
made your
fucking
way.
peacing out.
Yeah.
Also, on some level, I really would like. What is the, I guess, like City of Brass equivalent of the pork store that we just like assaulted? Like these guys should have been hanging out in tracksuits and shit.
Essentially, yeah. No, they were totally.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
I actually,
Take
got
the
the
tag,
horse.
leave the cannoli.
Yeah, it's got the horse. Like the horse dude actually has really like gray temples and like a pinky ring on the whole time.
No, you see, I feel like it's more of a what was the drug dealer down in Colombia whole thing? Or Cuba. What was that whole guy? What was that guy's name? There's a TV show about him
Manuel
recently.
Noriega. No.
Colombia,
no.
and-
Not Colombia,
You mean-
Cuba. I'm an idiot.
not
I
Cuba,
know.
Colombia.
Okay, I was
You
right
mean like
the first time.
Narcos? Like Narcos.
Yeah, Narcos.
Yeah.
Oh,
Narcos,
yeah.
that guy. That's what I feel like that was. At the pool house.
What's up?
Am I crazy?
No.
About a. Oh.
Whatever, dog.
It's fine, I didn't watch the whole show.
I didn't
I swapped it
cry
like
when
9
you said
times
that.
a
I didn't-
Wait, what just
Flip-flop.
happened?
I call him Elwood all the time,
Oh.
especially when he's doing something and I'm like, and out of habit.
Yeah. Okay, that's
You
not
do
sad. Okay. All right, guys. When you get about a block away, you do see two Afridi in like full armor and like 4 Azers, and then like these 2 little Mephits are flying along with them that are obviously like in the regalia of the leadership of the City of Brass, running in the opposite direction from you down to that house.
Is there a
That's fine.
blue Mephit and a red Mephit, and they're flashing in alternating times?
Oh my god.
And going, we will, we will, we will.
The Azers run in front.
I when we're about 2 blocks away, I look for some kind of a cafe
Yeah.
and sit down and have lunch.
Short rest. I got it. Yeah. Yeah, you find a nice little cafe. It's run by a couple of Githyanki who have just small plates from all over the plains, essentially. It's like a small plate cafe.
Great. I would like
What is it called?
nothing on fire. Nothing on fire.
I think we can handle that.
I'd like to pull into the brief rest. Do you have a brief rest special?
Yes, I do have a brief
Brad
rest
wants
special.
something.
Hang on. Come here. There's nobody over there. Why do you want to go over there so badly?
Yeah, you guys, if you all are going to hang out in the cafe and eat lunch, you should feel free to open role play as well. But you also get the benefit of a short rest.
Cool. I'm also sort of generally keeping an eye on whatever commotion heads the direction that we came.
It was only the one patrol.
Okay.
When do I regain key?
Short rest,
Okay,
I
I didn't know.
Put that.
I think.
I assume there's
I
some.
think you're right.
I don't know.
That's what I seem to
I think
remember.
I'm the only one in the party who benefits not at all from a short rest.
I can recover 6 levels of spells,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm
Short
doing.
rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
6.
Arcane recovery. What?
Yeah, I'm good.
8.
2 hit dice,
Okay.
whatever. It's fine. Don't even
The,
worry about it.
the more we play and the higher level we get to, the more I'm like, man, sorcerers get the
22.
fucking fuzzy end of most lollipops and feels.
24.
They do,
I don't know.
They
You
do
can,
have a lot of damage output. They really
26.
creeped out.
and depending on the game, man,
28.
extend spell is a pretty good meta magic feat.
Yeah.
Oh, it just lasts for a day instead of 10 minutes? Oh, okay, or whatever.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's like permanent pass without a
Am I
trace.
seeing like 25 hit dice?
because Etza keeps rolling once. You can roll as many hit dice as you like, up to 11.
Yeah, as
Well-
I have 11 hit dice, I can roll them as many times as I want.
If you click the thing, it just does that. And it only does one at a time, so that's
Okay.
fine. Besides, once you get to a certain point, you can just stop. So, like, maybe she wasn't sure if she wanted. She rolled like 4 ones, so
She did. It was horrible.
That's at least reasonable. I can freaking work with that.
And you've got 1 hit die left. Yay!
Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna do some hit dice.
You know what? That's a fair point. I will spend a few hit dice.
Okay.
Okay.
14.
Anything else you guys want to accomplish while sitting here?
No, I went from 8 hit points to 55. I'm good.
I would like to accomplish trying a new small dish from some plane I've never been to.
Of course, sir. We have many sorts of small dishes from all over. We have chilled mephit brain. We have this excellent cheese from the Feywild that is paired with honey that comes from a land called Greyhawk. We have dwarven...
Tastes very mundane.
It
Somehow
tastes...
extremely bad.
It is incredibly boring. And he'll just keep listing off like these odd pairings and combinations. One that does strike your fancy is actually it's raw hell what are they called? Hell beast, hell dogs of hellhound. Raw hellhog bladder stuffed with a cheese from what would be a fun plane for a cheese to be from the 3rd level of hell, along with dates from the elemental plane of water, and fennel, because everything has fennel in it.
That sounds amazing. Let me try it.
Okay.
I also
I thought
will
it would
order
be-
something incredibly local, as I'm planning on getting out. I want something from here that I won't be able to get anywhere else ever again.
Right.
I'm never returning.
Charred steak.
He's a charcoal.
Extra well done.
No one's
Right.
ever gonna cook like this when I go back.
I just let it
One
know,
human
you know,
kebab coming right up.
It's only Eberonian cuisine permit.
All
So
right.
everything just tasted like grit and rain.
It was a dark night in Shar.
Some spotted dick, and that's all you can find. We got a lot of pudding.
Spotted dick
Why
is
does
supposed
this
to be
taste like
really good.
old scotch and cigarette butts?
Wow.
Yeah, it's the only place you can encounter the like the ashtray ooze. You're like, oh, what the fuck is that? It does 2d4 butt damage. You're like, oh. It gets in your mouth. It's, from now on, you know which of your any of your potions that you're carrying. 1d4 of them now have ash in them.
Okay.
Whereas I feel like Etza at this point is just like, no, anything without ash tastes weird. Where's the ash? Where is it?
I said ash, damn it, not ass.
Not ass. This is not a Scheisse video.
And
Okay.
the grand lunch was had my all.
Yes, and the grand lunch was had by all. As you finish, full and feeling much better about life from what was a harrowing encounter, you make your way back down to the market.
Actually, wait, I keep asking for iced tea, and it keeps getting to be piping hot.
Yes.
That is ice.
It's like the room you're in is
Okay.
too warm.
You make your way back down to the city market and into Fahima's fighting pit. Down through the stairs in a large open circular ring 20 feet below. People still cheering. A new fight is happening this time. This time it's 2 displacer beasts against a clutch of half-elves, 4 of them. And it doesn't look like it's going well for the half-elves.
Oh, Brand, you can be in the next fight.
Yes.
Bets are being taken. It's loud. It's raucous. People are drinking. What do you do?
I mean, I think at this point we're just walking over to Fahima.
You walk over, and as you remember, there were those wooden kind of waist-high fences that kind of block off her area from everyone else's. Like you would see in the front of the courtroom, right? One of the guards goes, "You're back quickly."
Obviously.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
How long does it take you?
I take it you want to talk to Fahima.
Yeah.
Well spotted.
Imagine that.
Oh my god.
Does this need to be a long conversation that this already has been?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, thanks.
And you hear him very loudly say, "Ma'am."
Everyone's shitty to us all the time. I wanted to be shitty to someone else.
The assholes are back.
That's
like
assholes, sir.
It's a smarm. It's like a smarm race. Like every time somebody invents a new kind of smarm, we have to up the grade. Our smarm game.
The smarm race. He comes back over and opens the gate for you. And lets you
right.
in.
Thank you.
It's very kind of you, sir.
She's sitting there lounging in her chair. "Oh, you're back. I'm glad to see you. That was quicker than I expected."
That's right.
I don't
He's
blame
a
you.
bot.
Just average everyday folk, please.
By the
So
way,
what
is that
happened?
horse guy?
Yeah.
Fuck that horse guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
running the deal now. Just
Oh,
letting you know.
that's not surprising. He's actually a devil. He's an Ouroboros. I don't know if you've ever heard of them before. They're quite powerful extraplanar beings. I don't know why he felt indebted to Barbatos, but he'll have a better head on his shoulders, I believe.
I can suck a dick.
Attack.
Oh, excellent. Do you have any proof that Barbatos is actually dead so that I know we have...
Brad holds out a hand for
Excellent.
cash.
And a personal item just that landed in there too. Tink.
Huh. Well done. But you weren't able to get your hands on the ledger?
No.
That's a pity.
Yeah.
So again, what was it you wanted to know? I've forgotten.
Paladin's soul. Where would it be?
The soul of a... Oh, yes, you were looking for the soul of a paladin. I do believe there is only one person who would have the unmitigated gall to trade in that sort of thing. His name is Adnan El-Hazma, because I can't spell my own words. Adnan El-Hazma. He, I don't even know if he's actually a man, although he appears to be. I'm pasting his name into the thing for anybody who takes notes. He lives within the citadel of Bayat Bazan. Bayat Bazan was once home to one of the most powerful Afriti families in the city. Sadly, these Afriti were close allies to the previous vizier who ruled the city as a theocracy, and when the coup came, they were kicked out. But for the last 90 years or so, until Hazma took up residence, no one has lived there.
Where is this again?
The citadel of Bayat Bazan is near the Gate of Glory. The Gate of Glory is where most high religious practices in the city that are still practiced are practiced. And used to
we
be
walked through
Are
there
you
before.
interrupting me? Are you interrupting me while I'm speaking to you in my own home?
Okay.
Continue.
Do you need this information anymore, or should I just shut up?
No, I said continue. I'm taking
You
notes.
want to res the other guy? Come on, man.
I'm literally
Okay.
asking questions.
Bayat Bazan is in the Gate of Glory. The Gate of Glory is the former seat of power in the city of Brass. When the viziers and imams, or when the imams ran the city,
Okay.
there's an entrance. It takes you through the jail that used to be underneath the city. I can show you where it is, though I will not go in with you.
is this like a place you could just walk into? Like, is it things
No.
down there? Is anything? Is there a purpose to going in there normally?
Well, he lives there. No, there would be no purpose. He'd have to invite you in, of course. It is rumored that he keeps a large cadre of fire giants and other sorts of fire-aspected beasties at his beck and call. He took up residence, yes, about 10 years ago. But he doesn't come out much. He tends to work through intermediaries. I have seen him at 2 social gatherings in the last year, and both times he's a very charming individual. He just seems to like to keep to himself. I've never been inside the house, though. And to be fair, it is a citadel. It has significant protections of its own.
Cool.
Is what she's telling us all that different from what the other guy told us?
She's giving you lots more information. The other guy said it's in the citadel of Bayat El Bazan.
Okay. Do I think she is emitting anything important?
I'm looking. She has hinted at, but not given you any specific information about what he might actually be.
In the sense that she doesn't know, or that she's purposely evading the
She might be dissembling.
And you're not sure what type of being he is?
Well, I mean, I've only ever seen him in human form, but rumors do abound that he is a devil in human disguise, or perhaps a dragon of some form in human disguise, or maybe some other thing entirely, that he's only using this human visage as a guise in order to stay under the
If you had to guess.
watch. He has shown some magical talent. It's hard to know. Those who can change their physical shape tend to all be in a higher tier of magical capabilities. Magical capabilities? Because I had to turn into Bane for a second. You only learned magic. I grew up with it. But yeah, I mean, he could be a dragon. He could be a devil. Like, these are my 2 guesses, right? Some sort of higher-ranking devil within the Order who is specifically here in order to traffic souls. Makes a lot of sense. But dragons also like to make a lot of money, and trading in souls is a cheap and easy way to do it for someone who
is private.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, both of those make a lot of sense to me. If I was to guess, I would say devil or dragon.
By the way,
But devil dragon.
Are we going to have a conversation about the problematic nature of the demon, not like demonic hell plane being Muslim themed?
Yeah, I was having a little issue with that.
Yeah, that's just a thing.
So it is mostly... Well, so the city of Brass is not a demonic hellplane. It is a city of lawful evil.
Yeah, but you definitely said Imam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said the old order that used to live here was a theocracy. Not that it is anymore. It was overthrown.
Was it a good order of good people?
No one's made a history check about that.
Evil.
I know. I just.
Good.
Anyways, all right.
No, D&D is written by a certain group of people.
Part of this is a little tropey, and I will agree. But no one's made a history check about that, so you don't know.
Well, if only Vale was here.
Yeah. If only Vale could keep her hands to herself.
She was trying to help.
I mean, at the same time, it's
Fuck you.
like, but you've been to like like Calimport is morally neutral.
True.
Yeah.
That's not overly, Hey, it's not the other island.
Yeah.
It's not the racist expansion of racistness.
Wait, what is that?
The other game, the other expansion for the new game.
Oh, I have read through that
Schultz
book
or whatever?
multiple times and have not.
I don't know. There's a pretty strong oh, look at the pygmies. Oh, look at the other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, black people. You have one city in this tiny jungle area. Enjoy.
Oh, Oh,
it's only
God.
partially true. I mean, we can discuss it more after game. I would be really happy to, but yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. I guess we'll just have to go do some recon and figure out a way in, unless there's something else.
No, I told you I could show you a way in.
You said you could show us to the entrance.
Well, I can show you to a more or less secret
entrance.
entrance. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's better.
A secret entrance. Aha! Brand looks very excited.
Well, that's fine. Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah, but Brand wanted to fight first in the pit.
Would you love to fight for me, Brand? I'd love to see you fight. That
Oh,
physique.
can't he fight for himself, though? No,
Why not?
visually for you, but not for you.
No, he can absolutely fight for himself.
Just
Yeah.
making sure. Important
Brand wants to
points,
fight.
you know.
Yeah, once we win, we can perform all the leisure activities that we like. So we should. I mean, the fight happens whenever, right? There's always a fight. That's why this place exists. So if we could go look at the secret entrance to the secret place.
To get the soul for the guy that's
Yeah.
gonna go away.
Okay, fine.
All right. And as you guys head off to go find the entrance to the Citadel of Bayat Bazan, wherein you believe the soul of your paladin, Barrack, is held, we are going to end the game for today. Ba-dip-dip-dip-dip-doop. All right, guys.
Amelia's waving goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, cat. Okay, yeah. So that was fun. I'm normally better at outros than this, so let's just go around and everybody say bye, and if you have a favorite part, say it, or whatever. We'll start with Mr. Spy Guy Yoda. Brand himself.
I don't know. My favorite part is that I keep getting promised to fight, but don't get to ever.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a cock tease the last couple sessions.
It kind of has. I guess that's okay. That's fine. Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Let's do Zed.
Hola and bye. So I liked many parts. That combat was fucked from the beginning.
You're welcome.
There are many ways we could have done that, and that what we chose to do is not on the list of any of the things I would have suggested.
How is that
But you
different
did
than we've
suggest
handled
that you
anything
did not
we've ever
suggest it.
done ever?
I have, like,
If you had made any suggestions,
other people moved ahead and did stuff. By the time they'd already done stuff, I didn't have an opportunity to be like, no, you should not have done that. Can we travel backward in time? So it just was what it was. But you guys, if there's anyone out there who's watching, y'all should catch in or check in on Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. for New to the Party, which is the newbie game in which Pete have recently had a bit of a drama bomb dropped on them.
Drama Bomba. Awesome.
Otherwise, thank you very much.
Sweet. Amook.
Hello. My favorite part was attacking stuff. My least favorite part was failing to kill that guy and really quickly. Damn it.
Damn it. So he, as a paladin, he essentially, as a nega paladin, I guess, you did 89 points of damage to him, and the next turn he touched himself and healed for 100 points. Yeah. For 100. He did. He touched it too much. Healed for 100 points of damage. Just to give you
Sorry, he
mechanic.
healed for 100 points?
100 points of damage. He gets to do it once per day. He can lay his hands on one person or himself and heal for 100 points of damage. Which is why I was like, oh my god, if he could...
Right, but it's 5 points per level.
That's what... I didn't write the bad guy. It's a D&D bad guy.
That's some BS paladin shit there.
The other guy had level 8 spells. I mean, these were not little dudes.
No, they run a pretty hefty crime ring. And you did the right thing in the end by killing the big guy and trying to focus on him. So that was 100% the right call. I always have an out trigger for my big scary combats. because there should be ways to solve it that aren't involving murdering everything all at once. And you found it, which was you kill the bad guy. Everyone else is going to be like, look, we want to keep our business going and not die. You just kill that guy, so we all get to move up a level. Let's talk.
Oh, we leveled.
Oh, no.
No, we
But-
just helped other people level. They
You
just
did
hit
help.
their milestone.
Yeah.
But they didn't beat us.
But you will be leveling soon, unless you die, in the Citadel of Bayat al-Bazan. Last but not least, Portia.
Hello. Honestly, kind of making a decision and like solidifying that part of my what is it called? Why am I blanking on the word now? Why am I so dumb? On my alignment. There we go.
Yeah.
And clarifying for myself kind of what that morality means to my own character. In that moment, she did make an intentional decision, and I liked everybody else going, "What the fuck?" and her going, "What? It makes perfect sense." Because to me, in my character's morality, that makes perfect sense, and I'm glad I got to clarify that even for myself. Of like, no, this is the line. Everybody has a chance to survive. Done. So
Okay.
I enjoyed that little moment of everybody going, fucking fuck, no! Being like, what? No big deal.
Yeah, right on. Sweet. Well, we have been. Welcome to the party. I am Throck at Throck Plays. I run our games on Friday nights. I run our games Saturday now. And then this week, I'll be running a game at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow that is a Dungeon World Pirates game. It'll be a short-term game, 3 or 4 sessions tops, just filling in until we get our new Sunday evening game set up. And as always, the last thing we like to do is throw the love out here to another great group of gamers. PowerScore RPG is, he's a really great guy. He's also a fellow Sean. And so for that, we have to love him. And yeah, so we're going to head out once this is done, which will probably be by the time I'm actually done saying this in chat. So thank you, everyone, and have a great day.
Bye!
Have a